Live returning to many ABC stations last night, though a significant number of affiliates opted out of bringing the program back. When the news broke that ABC was ending the show's suspension, Sinclair Broadcasting Group held back, insisting that it wanted to host to apologize to the Kirk family as well as make a sizable donation to the family and Turning Point USA. And it would appear that Kimmel has yet to agree to those demands. Thus, Sinclair announced that it was not bringing the show back yet. And on the heels of that announcement, Nexstar Media, which operates 32 ABC-affiliated stations, announced that it will also continue to preempt the show for now. Did it air locally here? Anybody know?
I don't know.
Yes, Marissa says yes.
I would imagine it would here.
So the show did go on last night with Jimmy thanking fans and other late-night hosts and explaining what he did last week that got him pulled. And he did have a fun line at the end, and I'm going to play this for you. Here we go.
Now, a lot of people have been asking me if there are conditions for my return to the air, and there is one. Disney has asked me to read the following statement. I've agreed to do it. To reactivate your Disney Plus and Hulu account, open the Disney Plus app on your smart TV or TV-connected device.
That's a great line.
Let me tell you something with the streaming apps. And so you pay the money, and this is what all streaming apps, simply because someone doesn't use it for 3 or 4 weeks, stop you got to start from scratch to log in again. Yeah. Would you cut that crap out?
I'm still paying every month. And by the way, I got an email.
If you're cashing my my check or whatever,
right,
keep it up.
I got an email yesterday that my Hulu rate is going up, but the crazy thing is I got it twice. And there were 2 different amounts, and I'm trying to figure out, am I double paying?
I've got that information for you.
Oh, good,
Casey,
good.
Disney is increasing the price. Disney Plus once again. The plan with ads is going up $11.99 from $9.99. And the no ads premium plan is going up to $18.99 from $15.99. Starting on October 21st is when that happens. Bundle prices are going up as well, with the Disney Plus and Hulu bundle going to $12.99 and the Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Select bundle jumping to $19.99, with premium versions of that bundle with no ads for Disney Plus and Hulu, but ads on ESPN will climb to $29.99.
I got an email a week and a half ago that Apple TV Plus is also going up. It's going up from $9.99 a month for me anyway to $12.99. It's a $3 increase per month. And I think Apple TV is the most affordable of all of them, or it ranks up there anyway. But, I said this on the air before. I'm really considering just knocking it all down and building back up again because it's ridiculous.
Then this is why they can't understand, but this is what's killing the whole model of streaming. And this is why a lot of them are consolidating. Then you had Hulu, which was a standalone, which is now absorbed into Disney. Mm-hmm. So now I go into Hulu through Disney.
Yep.
And it's like, really, it should be vastly easier for the consumer base. Mm-hmm. Stop this. You have to be Indiana Jones to figure out how to watch a show on Hulu.
Yep, it's getting ridiculous. All right, Kate Gosselin revealed, haven't said that name in a while.
I know, and
revealed on
I've
TikTok
enjoyed it.
that she is actually finally dating again.
Yay!
And has been in a happy relationship for around 15 months.
I hope she has somebody wonderful.
I had 3 testicles.
She kept her partner's identity private, explaining that he doesn't like being on TikTok, though fans might catch a peep of him occasionally. She said, I am super, super happy. It's somebody that I've known for a really long time, and I'm very, very happy. She shared with her fans in a video uploaded online. Her followers cheered her on in the comments and said, let them know that it feels good to not be lonely anymore, she said. The John and Kate Plus 8 star divorced from John Gosselin back in 2009, by the way.
So what's her status as far as online presence?
I don't know.
Is she popular?
I don't know.
I mean, she's certainly not more... I figure John Gosselin and her are probably neck and neck in the notoriety department at this point. That ship has sailed, right?
I would think so. There's probably some hangers on, but I can't imagine that her numbers are super big. So.
Does she live in the area? I mean, like, I know
Gosselin does.
Well, I know. So he's from Wyoming. I don't necessarily know where she's from, but I don't know if she lives in the area or not.
Yeah,
do not know. Tiana Taylor kept it coy on the Today Show while promoting her new movie, One Battle After Another, when Today co-host Craig Melvin brought up her red carpet debut with Aaron Pierre and told her, fans seem to love the two of you together. She laughed and said, oh, thank you. Before dodging further questions, she said, I get so shy and blushy. I just get so shy. Adding adding with another laugh, oh my God, it's too early. It's so early. The couple first sparked buzz back in February.
She's got a delicate laugh, doesn't she?
At the 15% Pledge Gala that appeared together at the Vanity Fair Oscars after party a month later. By June, she went public on Instagram celebrating Aaron's birthday, writing cheers to 31 and many more wins around the sun.
I cannot tell you how consumed I am by this relationship.
I know.
And how it figures into every...
That's why I brought it up.
It's just it just is amazing how dialed in I am to this.
I mean, that's the first thing you were talking about.
This morning.
You said something about Acme because you're always talking about Acme.
Yeah,
and then you went
we go right into this.
Yeah.
So she is busy doing press for her upcoming film where she stars alongside Leonardo DiCaprio, Regina Hall, and Sean Penn in Paul Thomas Anderson's latest flick, which is opening this Friday.
I hope this is good. I want it to be good.
Me too, man.
What is it?
It's
One battle after
one battle
another.
after another. The word is that this is some sort of big defining film, the way Pulp Fiction sort of set the tone
Really?
for years afterwards.
Okay.
And I hope that's just not the hype machine.
Okay.
I want it to be good.
Let's see. Claudia Cardinale, the actress who graced the screen in more than one of the most celebrated movies in cinema history, including director Federico Fellini's 8.5 and Sergio Leone's Once Upon a Time in the West, in the 1960s, passed away on Tuesday near Paris. She was 87 years old.
She was a gorgeous woman. She was of that time of those Italian screen sirens who made it over in the States, and
Sophia Loren and whatnot. Yeah. So
Gina Lola Brigida.
when she was 17, she was selected as the most beautiful Italian in Tunis, even though she said she hadn't entered the competition. She said the reward was a trip to the Venice Film Festival, where I went with my mother, where my bikini attracted the attention of the directors, whom I immediately rejected. She said a newspaper even profiled me with the headline, "The Girl Who Doesn't Want to Make It in Films." But the request multiplied. My father started receiving loads of telegrams, and finally I said, why not?
Hey, what's up with your daughter?
By the late 1950s, she was booking parts in films, although her husky voice was often dubbed early on. Cardinale made several notable films in the 1960s. The Peter Sellers comedy The Pink Panther, and the 1963 period drama The Leopard as well. She continued working for 6 more decades, appearing in mostly foreign films, but also projects including Son of the Pink Panther in 1993 and 2014's Effie Gray with Emma Thompson and Dakota Fanning. At the 1993 Venice Film Festival, she was awarded the Golden Lion for Lifetime Achievement at the Venice Film Festival for her body of work, alongside fellow recipients Robert De Niro, Steven Spielberg, and Roman Polanski. So,
yeah, I love that period in cinema. There was a lot of cool stuff going on. And in fact, they have her. She was in a movie with Brigitte Bardot. I forgot.
87 years old. Yep. All right. So, an update on the Kiss Cam couple. I know.
Yes,
I know. A source close to Kristen Cabot, the female half of that duo, says all may not be as it appears. They remind everyone that Cabot was already divorcing her husband, and added that Kristen and Andy had an excellent working relationship, a great friendship. There was no affair. She said it was inappropriate to be hugging your boss at a concert, and she accepts full responsibility for it, but the scandal, the downfall, the loss of the job, all of that is unfair. Oh, it's total nonsense.
So let me ask you, when you come up behind Chuck and gently kiss him on his neck, there's no sex involved.
No,
that's just simply an expression of at work respect.
It's playfulness.
Yeah.
After that incident, both Byron and Cabot resigned from their positions at the company. Cabot officially filed for divorce on August 13th. Byron's wife, Megan, was reported to have left the family home to take refuge in their main mansion, but they weren't having an affair.
Casey, when we're walking around working here, and I put my finger 2 knuckles up into your butt.
Right. It's just admiration.
It's just
There's a professional admiration.
It's an acknowledgement of our professional relationship.
Yeah. It's a thing you guys do. Yeah. After the emotional Dawson's Creek table read for charity, James Vanderbeek's wife, Kimberly, posted a video on her Instagram stories expressing gratitude to everyone involved as well as the fans. She said, "This night was so special to the whole family, and more importantly, just feeling my husband fill the entire theater and love for him, she said. He does look gaunt.
He does, and that was very alarming in the picture where he posted his sorrow over not being able to attend. And I don't know, hopefully that doesn't mean anything, but you know what you immediately jump to when you see that.
I haven't seen him, but I just, when you say that, I just think of that last time I saw Chadwick Boseman, in an interview. I was like, what the hell's going on there?
Yeah.
She said, we'll be unwinding this one for a while, but thank you for the love and support and for the prayers, because right here, front and center, is my husband on my heart, she said, placing her hand on her chest. And it was a beautiful night. She said, I miss my husband. I can't wait to see him tomorrow. While her husband couldn't join his castmates for the event, he did show up in the form of a pre-recorded message to thank his fans and friends.
I think he, unless I'm misremembering this, Preston, he freely admitted that he had gone a while without getting was it a colonoscopy or one or the other?
Yeah,
and so here he is. But he is he's been very inspiring, and hopefully hope against hope that things go the right way.
You know what I loved him in was in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
He's great.
He was so good.
Did he play himself?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Him and Jason Biggs.
Yeah.
And Jason Biggs was like freaking out the whole time, and he was just sitting there. Vanderbeek was just being all cool and whatnot. I loved him in that movie.
Is Sean William Scott in that? Because he and Kevin Smith are buddies, and I think he shows up in a couple of those things.
God, yeah, dude. He's the weirdo they pick up in the van with the girl.
That's right, yes.
Remember?
Yeah.
Who ends up having sex with a goat. He said he would have sex with a goat or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to ask him about that.
So we'll talk to him later on this morning. Gordon Ramsay. According to reports, Los Angeles police got a call around 8 p.m. With a caller claiming that he had shot his brother, described as a chef, along with his nephew, and was still armed. So this is a swatting that took place on Gordon Ramsay.
You can get people killed doing that.
The caller also claimed that he was high on heroin and refusing to leave the house. The address that the caller gave was of a Bel Air mansion belonging to Ramsay. But when cops arrived, they found no shooting and no Ramsay, just his personal assistant. Police decided that this was another case of swatting. Of course, making a call to law enforcement that causes an emergency response when no emergency exists. No arrests have been made as of yet, so we will see if they can track anybody down. It's crazy when you hear audio of the people doing that stuff. It's like, how can you do that? It's insane. That and the fake bomb threats and stuff.
Right.
I've listened to a few audio clips not that long ago, and I'm just like, wow, listen to this person laying it on here, man.
I think it's a young man's game. People don't really understand. They just think,
I don't know.
I think some do and some don't.
Yeah.
Some dumb kids might be doing it for a kick. Other people are doing it for
they want
malicious reasons.
Yeah, and people have been shot because they'll go to the door, not realize, or they think someone's trying to gain access to the house, and they go with a firearm, and before you know it, someone's dead.
So thankfully, no incident took place here. So the rumor these days is that Keanu Reeves tied the knot with his longtime girlfriend, Alexandra Grant. While it's not the worst rumor to have going around about you, it got to the point where Keanu felt that it needed to be addressed. His publicist told E! News it's not true. They are not married. They have been dating since 2018. But for right now, Keanu remains unmarried. And they're a very close couple.
They're very close, and I love that. I love them both together. Everyone loves Keanu. I don't know anyone who's got bad words to say about Keanu Reeves.
Yep. All right, well, Ethan Hawke is a bona fide star, and he's worked with Taylor Swift on her Fortnite video. And while her upcoming nuptials are expected to be the event of whatever year they happen in, Hawke has zero expectations of being invited. He does, however, hope to get an invitation of another sort. He said, I don't think I'm going to be invited, but I can hope. He said, I just want to be invited to a Chiefs game. He said, that'd be fine. And I don't need the whole megala either. Swift is often seen in a luxury box cheering on Travis Kelce. But Ethan Hawke just wants to go to a game.
Yeah.
I'm sure he could get tickets to a game if he really wanted to. But maybe he wants...
I don't know, ticket prices are pretty out of
He
control.
wants comps. He wants freebies. Amazon MGM Studios, speaking of football, has bought the pitch for a comedy starring former NFL star Marshawn Lynch.
Dude, that guy is so funny, man. What did he show up in? He showed up in some movie where he was.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I want to say it was like Ke Huy Quan was in it.
Okay.
All right. Anyway.
What was his role? Do you know?
He was
describe it.
like an enforcer of some sort.
Was it that one where it was the one where Ke Huy Quan starred? He was the main star. It was an action movie.
I think so.
Yeah, it was like a Jackie Chan movie.
So in this, he will be playing a version of himself who doesn't want to be a regular retired athlete. So he pivots and becomes a private eye in Las Vegas. And he'll be teaming up with a tough female PI as they take on even tougher cases. The show is currently untitled, but apparently he is set to go on this. Casey, was it called Love Hurts?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So apparently he's got some chops. So we'll see. Macho Man Randy Savage is getting the biopic treatment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Artist for Artist. Kenan Thompson and Johnny Ryan Jr.'s production company is developing the feature called Macho. Thompson and Ryan Jr. have apparently been lifelong fans of the wrestler. In fact, Thompson even worked with Savage on a Nickelodeon promo way back in the day in 1999. The project calls for a completed script that was written by Eric Shapiro and Lanny Poffo, Savage's brother who passed away in 2023.
That's Leaping Lanny Poffo. Do you remember Leaping Lanny Poffo?
Not me, no.
And then he ended up becoming the Brain. So he was, dude, like...
He stopped leaping and started thinking.
Physique-wise, did not have the physique of a wrestler, but at that time, he would do flips off of the turnbuckles and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, did he take over for Bobby the Brain?
No, not Bobby.
No, you're thinking Ricky the Rectum.
All right, so hang on. He might not have been the Brain, but he was like the genius. Like, I forget. But he was Leaping Lanny Poffo, and then all of a sudden, his moniker had changed, and it had something to do with him being a genius of some sort.
So
he's leaping and he's a genius.
Yeah.
So who said this? Thompson said, beyond excited for this one. Macho Man is hands down one of the greatest of all time and can't wait to bring his story to the screen.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, they'll
Want
work
to know something? I don't really like Slim Jims.
on a biopic of Randy Savage. So I'm sure all those stories have got to be pretty interesting.
I mean, he's got to have a boatload of stuff.
Yep. Frankenstein's better half makes her big screen return in the upcoming horror film The Bride. The revisiting of the 1935 classic stars Christian Bale as Frankenstein's monster and Jesse Buckley as his some assembly required love interest. The official storyline reads, a lonely Frankenstein travels to 1930 Chicago to seek the aid of a Dr. Euphoronius in creating a companion for himself. The two reinvigorate a murdered young woman, and the bride is born. She is beyond what either of them intended, igniting a combustible romance, the attention of the police, and wild and radical social movement.
It looks pretty wild from what I saw.
It's directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
And co-stars Penelope Cruz, Annette Bening, Peter Sarsgaard, Julianne Hough, and Jake Gyllenhaal. So it's got some names in it.
The last time they did The Bride was the one with Sting, and Jennifer Beals played.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And the original one, was the bride in the movie much, or was she just more towards the end?
Towards the end, but she starts off, she's actually playing Mary Shelley in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And if you watch the original Bride of Frankenstein, so her and all of the literary giants of the time are at their house, and there's a raging lightning storm, and they say, "Regale us, if you will, with a story." And so she goes into the story for Frankenstein.
Okay.
And then later on, she is revealed as, it's Elsa Lanchester, I believe it was, is the actress who plays with that iconic hair.
Yeah.
The Bride of Frankenstein.
Right. I just remember. Okay. Well, never mind. It's no big deal. All right, so...
And Marshawn Lynch is in it, Preston.
It turns out that winning a bunch of awards can actually be a good thing. The Pit is seeing a huge bump in streaming after it won a ton of Emmys, including an award for Outstanding Drama. The show has seen an average audience spike of 80%.
Wow.
I'm one of them. We started watching it after that.
It's good, isn't it?
It's really good,
It's
yeah.
like, for us, it's like a medical version of Zoom.
And it's 15 episodes.
Yeah.
It's a chunky...
It's a big run.
Group of shows that you can watch. So we watched 3 and we're all in, and I'm like, yay, there's a lot left to go.
I think it's also having a collateral effect on ER. I know that my daughter, because of Noah Wiley, has started all the way back at the beginning of ER, and I was like, there's a lot of material.
He was
there.
a young whippersnapper. In his speech, he said, "What are the odds that you would have two shows that are so similar that would be so big for him?"
Yep, and I
like him.
I remember him being the kid on that show.
But he's really
great.
good as the. I used to watch a science fiction series. He was the star of Cold Falling Skies, and he was really good in that. He's developed into a great actor. Yeah.
So the Pit is seeing some serious success off of that. So The Hand That Rocks the Cradle is getting a fresh remake. It just dropped its first trailer, and it's hitting Hulu on October 22nd. This time, Mary Elizabeth Winstead plays Caitlin Morales. Yeah, I love her. A mom who unknowingly hires Polly Murphy, played by Micah Monroe, as a nanny whose true intentions are far more sinister.
Rebecca De Mornay was really good as the.
She was.
Yeah, she really solid in that role.
The footage teases Polly twisting the older daughter against her mother and even cozying up to the baby. The 1992 original star, as Steve said, Rebecca De Mornay, in the role of the vengeful nanny, and Annabelle Sciorra was the mom fighting to protect her family.
Every couple of years, you'll get a single white female. You'll get the craze, the fatal attraction. They're of a type.
Yep. All right, and then last story. Get your red bathing suits and rescue buoys ready, because Fox announced a long-awaited Baywatch reboot has landed a 12-episode straight-to-series order for a premiere during the 26-27 season.
All they need to do is do what the original did. Just pack the cast full of, very attractive people, moderately pay attention to the plot, and you're good to go.
No casting news as yet, but the setting for the reboot will once again be the Southern California coastline, same region patrolled as the lifeguards did in the 9-season original series. So that's coming up. All right, ready for clips? Black Rabbit follows two brothers who run a New York restaurant and get pulled into the criminal underworld when a loan shark appears. And here Jason Bateman compares this character to another recent role.
The character I played on Ozark, that guy did some legitimately bad things. The guy I play in Black Rabbit, he does accidentally kind of run a guy over in the beginning, but it's not really his fault. He takes shortcuts. He doesn't really apply himself, and he likes drugs a little bit and booze a little bit, but that's sort of self-loathing stuff.
Yeah! Black Rabbit is now streaming on Netflix. Here's our next clip. Season 5 of Slow Horses focuses a lot on Roddy Ho and his bizarre relationship with a glamorous new girlfriend. Here, Gary Oldman brags about the extra attention on his character.
It's a little more comic, still keeping the spirit of the Slow Horses, but we lean into the comedy a little more than we have been, just because he's so ridiculous as a character.
Doesn't he talk funny?
And Slow Horses premieres today. You'll find that on Apple TV+.
I was lucky enough to hang out with Tom Pelphrey, who's one of the stars of Task, last night of the Phillies game, and one of Tom Pelphrey's best friends is Gary Oldman. They were in a movie together called Mank that came out a few years ago.
Yeah, it's great. It's about
David Fincher.
Citizen Kane,
Yeah, David Fincher directed it, and so those guys have been buddies for a really long time, and there's a great interview where these two guys, Gary Oldman and Tom Pelphrey, interview one another, and Tom posted some of it on his Instagram account, which is just Tommy Pelphrey. But Tom's an awesome guy, and he says that Gary Oldman is the funniest, dirtiest person you'll ever meet in your life.
So Gary Oldman is considered, so it used to be like Brando years ago was the actor that all the young up-and-coming actors look up to. Gary Oldman is now in that position where he is just considered the creme de la creme.
Yeah, he's awesome.
All right. That is our entertainment report for you this morning, friends. We are going to break, come back in a second. We'll keep rolling through a Wednesday morning. Check in with Fox Good Day today. Sean William Scott, who played Stifler in the American Pie movies, amongst many other roles, is going to be joining us in the 10 o'clock hour. So we'll take a break, come back in a second. We'll just keep on moving. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Classic Friday, March 3rd. And later that day, the band Everclear will be performing. It's a 5 p.m. show, pretty early show.
It's great.
Because we're all going to be up early and have a hell of a day in front of us. So it's great that it's not insanely late. And then Saturday, Lit and Fuel will be performing. And they're also doing this thing, pond skimming, where you can ski across the water in costume.
Oh, I've seen that.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You come down the hill and then you're going fast enough to actually go across the water. And then a fireworks show that night on Saturday.
I love it. Everything is perfect.
Tickets for Mountain Fest concerts are on sale now. Any lift ticket for one of those days is valid for the concert entry, and season pass holders get in for free, and VIP packages are available. You can click on events at WMMR.com. We're a ways off, but March 3rd is when it's going to be. It's
Excellent.
It's very, very cool. I saw something a term I had not been privy to this morning, and it's something called quiet quitting.
That was the worst hair band of the 80s.
No, that was Quiet Riot.
Oh.
Well, they weren't the worst, but Quiet Quitting.
Quiet quitting? Is that like ghosting your job or something like that?
That's what I thought it might be, but it's not. It's a workplace trend that's getting some press lately, and it does not involve sneaking out of work and heading for the hills. Instead, advocates describe it as doing the absolute minimum their jobs require and refusing to work extra hours or take on extra assignments while focusing on out-of-work activities.
So like they're forcing themselves to be fired or be like,
No.
They're keeping, I get this, they're keeping the bare bones minimum requirement that they need to do to be working at the job, but they spend a lot of time, say, online or taking like hour and a half.
What does that have to do about quitting?
I don't know the name either, Kathy. I didn't understand that.
You're quitting without quitting. You're resigning yourself to doing you're still working, but you're paring down to do the absolute minimum to make it to retain your job.
You're quitting part of your job.
So you're doing for 24 years.
They say it's about having an identity outside the workplace and refusing to let work rule your life.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong then.
Critics, including presumably some of their bosses, say some of it sounds a lot like old-fashioned slacking.
Yes. Yeah.
But I don't know. I disagree. And hear me out for a moment.
All right.
So when you are forging your career,
right,
and you're beginning, yes, extra time, extra hours, extra assignments, impressing the boss, doing things like this are absolutely crucial, I think. And I certainly lived my life that way.
Yes.
Once I found a career I wanted to get. Now, when I was working at McDonald's, I didn't give a damn. I just cared. I got in and out of there when I wanted. You know, I was a teenager. But when I started to realize, okay, I need to make a living, and I also found something I love to do, radio. I spent a lot of extra time at work and didn't mind it and was enjoying learning what I was doing.
Right.
And that ethos has lasted a long time. But I have to say in the past few years, because we have had a successful career and one that we've spent a lot of extra time in, I have also now made it a point to have my life outside of that.
Yeah.
And taking on extra assignments and things like that, I don't feel the need to do anymore.
I don't think that's what this is, though. I think, at least, and maybe you've read the article. I think, at least what I think is, they're saying slacking, and that correlation is not between simply maintaining a work life and a regular life and balancing the two. But I think it means, like at work, you'll never say, I'll take on a project. I'll do a little, I'll invest extra time in this. You're the second the clock hits 5, or whatever, you're out the door. You arrive at the last possible second. You take every second. And mind you, you're entitled. But also, if there are ways to dawdle throughout the day.
Like
I don't think it's that.
You don't think it's that?
No, and I think the reason that some of the critics might say that it's slacking is because, man, how many people do you know that take work home with them? I know plenty of them.
Yeah.
And, I do.
All the time.
We do.
I work from home all the time.
Yeah. A good probably third of my job I do at home. But I also, my buddy Steve is just constantly, he's taking work home with him.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think that the workload in some jobs, this is not everything, this is not an overall thing, but in some jobs, it's too much, man.
Do they literally spell out what they're talking about there, or is it as vague as it seems to be?
I'll read a little bit further on this. Gallup calls it not engaged. Jim Harder, chief scientist for Gallup's workplace at Well-Being Research Center, says survey data shows workers are less engaged, and quiet quitting sounds like what he refers to as not engaged, a group that includes 54% of survey respondents born after 1989. But while engagement is lowest among Gen Zers and younger millennials, it's been dropping across all age groups in recent years. So it's not.
It still seems kind of vague.
Yeah, and then on the other side, it says they're doing what they're getting paid for. Advocates say quiet quitting is all about maintaining a healthy work-life balance. People aren't going above and beyond. They're not bending over backwards for their employers anymore and sacrificing their mental and physical health.
Yeah.
They're doing what they're getting paid for. She says she wishes the trend had a different name because you're not quitting. You're taking care of yourself. You're coasting. You're carefully coasting. So it's the above and beyond thing kind of spells it a little
Sure.
bit.
Now, I think, I feel that we all go above and beyond, for this, because this is not a, that's our agreement. That's what we do. We want to do the best we can do to live up to our agreement with the audience. But I think at a certain level, especially if you want to get ahead, you need to take.
But but if you are ahead, if you're already ahead, and I think it has a lot to do with how your company treats you.
Yes.
If you work for a good company that takes care of you, you're more likely to go above and beyond.
Yes.
If you work for a company that does not take care of you, you're going to do the bare minimum.
No, I agree.
Yeah. I'm going to say something that'll only make sense to you guys, but recently there's been some requests of what I would call going above and way beyond.
Right.
And we've all
it's
ignored
like,
it.
come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
We're already working a lot, and so that happens in all kinds of businesses. We say, oh, by the way, you also need to do this now.
Right.
Like, wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. How about?
I quit.
Yeah. I quit. Hang on. Let me go to Larry because he's got an example of quietly quitting. Hi, Larry. Good morning.
Yo, you guys ever heard of Jerkmate?
You've ever heard of Jerkmate?
Yo, ever heard of Jerkmate?
What's up, Larry?
Yo, how are you guys? I work for a very big, very corporate, and that's the one word that I think hasn't really come up in this conversation. Very corporate company. Mm-hmm. So at this point, they were pretty good throughout the pandemic, and I stepped up, took the job above me, was waiting for basically somebody to open up so that the job title would open up, and I could kind of step into that. And when it did, they denied me my promotion and a raise. So now I'm just kind of freeloading until they figure out, it would cost them more money to find me and fire me than it would for me to just skirt under the rails. Kind of,
let me ask you.
So that's your version of quietly quitting. Okay.
Have you ever seen the movie Office Space?
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Would that hold true to what you're talking about?
Except they're not fixing the glitch.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. But I agree too. We happen to work for a company that is very supportive and really wants to be a participant in helping us realize our maximum capabilities.
I wonder though. There's got to be people out there who have had a job for a long time who actually, because there's so many people in the workforce, don't actually have to do anything. They just go in, clock in or whatever.
Well,
kind of hang out.
Like the guys you see who work for the city who they've never shown up for in years, never show up for work. And, go get the vehicle, go home. I think of Tom Hanks and Joe versus the Volcano, Preston, that kind of job.
As mundane as it could possibly be.
No, but there's got to be coworkers who are not doing that, who are going to call that person out, or at least, you know what I mean? There's no way that can go on for years and years. Somebody's going to say something.
Yeah. We hear from so many people about how hard they work, and I appreciate that. But Casey made me think of something. Who listening now has the easiest job in the world?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want to hear that.
Well,
215-263-WMMR, because you rarely do you hear people boasting about how easy their job is.
But the easiest job, or has a job where they really just they don't care, so they don't do much.
Maybe it's both.
You know what I mean? Because you were talking about us taking work home with us. To me, yes, it is work. But if I'm sitting on my couch at home reading an article that we're going to talk about the next day, I don't really see that as work. I mean, it is. It's considered work. It's considered prep. But for me,
you're not capping an oil fire.
Yeah, I'm just at home reading.
Yeah, but it is all relative.
I see it as work. I probably do it differently than you do. I'm scouring all kinds of stuff. I'm printing things up. I edit.
You don't have a glass of wine and bonbons.
No, I categorize. I try to. I've got.
My feet are up. I'm like, I'm working.
Now, listen, it's not hard work. It's not physical hard labor. It's time consuming and
time consuming is what it is. Yeah, for sure. Do you at like your prep though? Sometimes are you like, oh God, I do not feel like doing this?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Oh my God, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. But then I'm like, get it done, do it, get it over with.
Well, also that's why sometimes too, like, because you do a lot of prep. Like, if I see stuff, if I see articles, I'll send it to you because I think that that's something that you could use and maybe a little less work for you.
Right. No, I appreciate that. And ultimately I've got to figure out if we're going to go to it or not. But man, there was a point I was going to make and I don't remember what
I kept talking.
That's okay.
Why don't you tell Kathy how much she turns you on?
No, that was oh
God.
That was not what
I quit. I quit so hard. I'm so quitted.
Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, let me go to some calls. Easy jobs. All right, we'll go to John. Hey, John. Good morning.
Morning.
What's up, John?
So I work at a golf store.
Marissa. So I came across this article through BuzzFeed. They asked their readers to share one sentence that had an effect on them and maybe has changed their lives or their outlook.
I love it.
And because I've had it happen.
I've had, so years ago, excuse me, I was a bizarre kid, as you might well imagine I was, but I used to love the book Bartlett's Quotations. Still do. And I'll look for little axioms and little things that I, will derive inspiration from or guidance from. Right. And throughout my life, I've had people tell me things that I've thought, you know what? That's a good credo. That's a good thing to live by. And I've employed some of them, Do you
want to share one?
Well, my dad said years ago, find something you love to do and you'll never work a day in your life for employment. And one of the things he told me that I've used many times throughout my professional career is they can tell you they love you all they want, but the proof is in the paycheck. Mm-hmm. And my dad told me that. My mother, as she was, talking about the ineluctable nature of life and everything, she would say you can't hold the ocean back with a board. Like, what's going to happen is going to happen.
Right.
And don't sweat it, basically. Mm-hmm. And she was passing away from cancer in hospice at home, and I thought, if she's got that frame of reference and she's, she understands that, I can certainly process things a little bit more efficiently and not get so crazy about things.
Right. 610-660-9333 is the number. I had almost the exact same thing my dad said to me, Steve, but it was in a different way.
Context?
He would come home from work every day. My dad was an accountant for a corporation, Monsanto, this chemical company.
And you said he didn't love it.
Oh my God, he looked like every time he came home from work, he looked miserable.
Really?
Yeah. And so I would always ask him, "How was work today, Dad?" And this is me in fourth, fifth grade, something like that range. Yeah. And he would say the same thing. He'd say, "Same old S." He'd say that every day. He would say, "Same old S." And one day he was just all deflated and everything, and he goes, Preston, I just want to tell you, he's like, whatever you decide to do with your life, make sure it's something you like.
Okay.
Make sure it's something you enjoy. He was deflated and just like the way he said it was, I didn't do it and I regret it. I don't know what his idea of what he liked to do was, but I know he didn't like doing what he did. He was good at what he did, but he didn't like it.
And did that, in the moment when he told you, after seeing him come home that way for many years, did that resonate with
Absolutely.
you? Yeah.
It did. It stuck with me to this day. It's the best advice I've ever gotten.
It is,
because I went after what I liked doing.
And I did as well.
And I got, I took my shot and it worked out. And I'm really happy with the way it's been. And I'm hoping to encourage my kids to do the same thing, because right now I've got, I've got two in college. One of them is far along in college and still doesn't know what he wants to do. And I feel like saying, and I'm going to very soon, dude, whatever that crazy idea is, take your shot at it right now.
Yeah. Yes.
Right now, go for it. Because you will most likely not get another shot at it. And if it doesn't work out, we'll deal with that. We'll pivot. We'll make changes. But take that shot right now.
It's funny, Press, because the best fatherly advice I ever got was from your father, and it's that. So as my
was
kids,
it get one with some cheese on it? God damn it!
No.
Okay.
But it is make sure that whatever you do in life, that it's something you love doing, and that is something that I say to my kids all the time. Especially my son going into college, I wasn't sure what his major was going to be, and I'm like, man, there are so many people that when they wake up, they just dread the day going into work. I'm like, you don't want that in your life, right? So make sure that whatever you do, I mean, ultimately. I don't want to say that like money doesn't matter because obviously it does, but you don't want to dread waking up and going into work every single day.
If I may, without getting too preachy here,
Yeah.
I would say this. If you get, and again, by certain ways people's lives will play out, you may not have as many options to try to make that grand play for it.
Right.
But if you're doing something you really like, you're going to, by its very nature, put more effort into it, which means you're probably going to get better at it than you would something else, which means your likelihood of earning money from it, I think, increases. Doesn't always play out that way, but it's a good rule of thumb.
Now, on the other side of the coin, I had one time a former intern of mine who went on to have a successful career told me that I gave them a piece of advice that they found very valuable. Now, it's not going to sound like good advice.
Okay.
Well, listen.
But apparently it worked for them.
Then it worked.
And while they were an intern, apparently I told them, just shut up and listen.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, that is, though it could be more.
I need you to stop talking and listen to me.
Same advice. It is good. In fact, many is the employer that would like to tell an employee to shut up and listen to what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Or listen, basically, maybe in a more lyrical way, listen to the advice of people in the know, your elders,
especially when you start, when you're young and you're just, and like it's. I think a lot of people come into a new job and they're eager and they want to prove their worth and they want to make a mark. But sometimes people that have been there for a little while don't necessarily want to hear too much from. And
shut up and listen.
But it's a fine balance, right? Because you don't want to just be a wallflower and say nothing. But it is important to shut up and also like. Not just to listen. I think it's more important to listen than it is to wait to talk.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I agree. And maybe that's what they got from my shut up and listen advice. And it might have been more than that. It might have been like, listen, if you want to figure out how this stuff works,
right,
just be quiet and pay attention to what's going on.
Mm-hmm. No.
Or shut up and listen.
I need you to shut up.
That's what they told me, I said. So I don't remember.
I need you to stop talking and listen to me.
Start drinking heavily.
I'm trying to think of what has persuaded me in life. And it's so silly, but there was this photo of my grandmother wearing these really high heels and like sitting on a piano, like one of those old-timey fun photos. And I was like, wow, look at those heels. And she just looked at me and she said, wear the high heels until you can't wear them anymore. Because one day you're not going to be able to wear them anymore.
Right.
And I think it was like a bigger thing of like, go have fun because one day the fun's going to kind of peter out.
I love that. I love
but it was just, that stuck.
It's funny you should say that because when I was playing softball, I had said that. I said, listen, I'm just going to do this because there's going to come a day where I can't do this anymore.
Wear high heels playing softball?
Yeah. No.
My grandfather told me, he said, wear high heels until you can't wear them anymore.
Yep.
He was in a home at the time, but
right.
No, but how did that affect you? How did you carry that forward in life?
Well, I mean, it's kind of happening right now. There are things that I just physically can't do anymore.
Right.
Mean? And so live it up while you can.
All right, I'm going to take some calls here, but real quick, there's a couple I want to mention from this article, and I do like a few of these. One says, this is the best advice they ever got. Just because you spent years making the same mistake doesn't mean you have to keep making it.
That is very salient advice, often hard to take because you've set up a pattern that it's hard to break.
Yeah, and it can be.
Yeah.
It can be, it's like
I
a
can't
security
stop
blanket.
wearing high heels.
Come on.
Yeah, I love them. I love the way it pushes up my ass.
Now, this is a good one, too. This person said, as regards exercise, and this is the advice they got, you can treat it as something you have to get through, or you can treat it as an opportunity to do something hard. And it changed my attitude completely. And I now choose harder workouts and tell myself you can love showing yourself how strong you can be.
I just had this because I was going, Case, I know you work out as well on the show, and Preston, we all do it some level or another. But as far as weight training, I always joke, I go, Claire, you might see this workout on the news because it's going to wow the world. Because I know I'm going to do horribly. But I went down and I just went harder than I thought I was going to do. And I felt better for it.
Yeah.
So to that point, Preston, yes, that's good advice.
Yep. All right. Let's get some calls on the line. Let's see. I'm going to go to Josh. Hi, Josh. You're on the air. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, good morning, guys. Shout out to YouTube.
Oh.
YouTube! What's up, brother? Best advice that you've received in a fairly concise sentence.
So, the one that I heard was a lack of preparation on your part does not constitute an emergency on mine.
Yes.
But when I think of that, I always try to flip it around because I feel like we've all been in the situation where you show up and somebody is scrambling to get themselves together and you're kind of waiting there like you should have been ready for this. You knew this was coming.
Yeah, it's not everyone else's problem. So something that sort of relates to that in a way, Josh, would be, and I heard it years ago and I've always respected it, which is those who fail to plan to fail. And that has proven to be the case. You know, doing a little bit of prep, doing a little pre-work on things can really go a long way.
Yep. And you will be.
You know,
Go ahead.
I'm surprised you guys haven't mentioned yet because I think you mentioned it last week or the week before. But the one spoken word song, "Wear Sunscreen."
Yeah,
There's a lot of.
You're right.
A lot of good one-liners in there.
Solid advice. You're right. Thank you. I appreciate that. I thought about listening to that because we were talking about that. Bowser
it is very insightful.
I think you should listen to it at least once a year. Maybe that should be your New Year's Day song. I don't know, but it didn't hit me the way it should have back when it first came out, and I was like in my 20s, early 20s or whatever. But like now in my latter stages.
I remember years ago getting on the bus and the bus driver taking me to school, and I was first on the bus. He looked at me and said, "It's not going to yank itself."
Oh my God! Stop it! Stop it!
And I said, and I had to remember that exactly to tell the police officer.
Yeah.
It's not so much advice as it is just a guy that needed something.
Yeah. He needed a hand.
Wait a second, Nick. You're making me think. Maybe that wasn't really good advice.
Yeah. I'm going to go to Dan. Hi, Dan. Good morning, bud.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. What's up, Dan?
Hey, how's about there's no wrong way to do the right thing?
There's no wrong way to do the right thing. You don't have a brother named Carl, by the way, do you?
No, listen, there's a lot of great one-liners in 12-step programs and stuff like that, and I've heard that before.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, but I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, the movie The Intern, Robert De Niro's character says it's never wrong to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that's similar, yeah. So whatever you feel is the right thing that should be done is right to you, I guess.
Yeah.
Less is wrong to someone else. I don't know.
No, I think it's wrong.
Yeah. Let me go to, here we go. I'm going to go to Harrison. Hi, Harrison. Good morning.
Good morning. Gadzooks, guys.
Gadzooks, dude. So this article talks about a single sentence that changed their lives. What about you?
So growing up, my mom was one of my biggest supports through school and all that. I struggled with getting bullied and stuff like that and felt a little sad at times. But one thing that I hope can help a lot of other people in the world when they hear this is, and she always told me this, she said, it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, we've said that.
Yes. Yeah. Pierre is a big repeater of that when he has had people on the phone or encounter him out and about, often, are looking for that final solution in that way and not realizing that, one thing my mother used to say all the time, Harrison, that is similar to that, and I believe it's biblical in origin, I'm not sure, Case, maybe you know better, is this too shall pass.
Yeah.
This too shall pass.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Harrison. Appreciate it, buddy. Yep. There's a couple other ones. This says, in terms of relationships, one of the best advice I ever received was stop watering dead and fake plants.
Yeah, I can see what that means. Yeah, sometimes just, you're give up whenever you get a chance.
Yeah, just quit already.
Stop trying to succeed.
No, I think giving up or moving on is an important piece of advice. It's
to know when to let it go.
To hear from time to time.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Let It Go. Yeah, there's a whole damn song about it.
Preston, one time. It's a great song. I know you hate it, Case. I was going to this massive martial arts competition on an island.
Oh.
And this gentleman on a boat I was traveling over said this on the thing. I'll never forget. He said, boards don't hit back. And it was
Wait, that's Enter the Dragon.
Oh.
Is it?
Yeah, sorry.
Wait a second.
Bruce Lee, very smart.
I don't know
man.
that one.
Let me go to...
Back off, war child, seriously.
Now
That's very good, too.
Yeah. That's one sentence we can all live by.
If you're a named war child and you've been aggressive in your life, you might want to back off.
If you're named war child.
I have Kevin.
But only.
There's a specificity to it.
Yeah.
Hang on, guys. Hold on.
Hang on a second here.
I want you guys to call me war child. Can you imagine this guy had to sit down and say that to
I would
people?
love when we have our interview later on.
Yes.
War Child and Steve.
You can't name yourself War Child. That's like naming yourself Taserface.
All right, I got Kevin who's joining us. Hey, Kevin, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good. What's up, buddy?
Good. I just wanted to share a little tidbit that my grandfather used to tell me. He'd say, shut your mouth and let everybody think you're stupid. Don't open your mouth and prove it.
I love that. I love that one.
Yeah, that's an amalgamation or sort of a bastardization of an Abraham Lincoln quote, which is, oh man,
I've got tickets to the show tonight.
No, that was later in his life.
Bastardize it yourself, Nick.
No.
Okay.
I want to get it right.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
Kevin, thank you. Was that?
And I say to you, boss, 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
He had to improvise for a moment. He forgot it.
My dearest wife, today I used 1 in the pink,
Oh, my
2 in
God.
the stink.
That's not the way to do
That's not
it.
the way it goes.
Here's the
I
actual.
realized my mistake.
Here's the actual quote. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than
Yes.
to speak and remove all doubt. Also, 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
How about this one?
Be nice.
Yeah.
That's
Until it's
good
time to
advice.
not be nice.
But that is really, and a lot of times these things seem so. Well, there we go. War Child and Steve is right up on the
Press,
board.
we already have a new logo for the new show.
Oh, my God.
That was quick. Well done.
ChatGPT?
Yeah, AI had to have done that, Marissa.
No, Marissa Magnata did that a couple years ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we must have had this conversation before at some point.
Welcome to War Child and Steve.
Yeah.
Hey, Preston, or excuse me, War Child.
Yes, thank you.
I have one that I think will hit you that didn't hit me until way later in life because I wasn't familiar with the song. But if you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice.
It's from Rush. That's free will.
That is a great. Again, we derive a lot of those axioms from song lyrics.
Well, here's one from Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Don't let the past remind us of what we are not now. I've
Right.
always found that kind of resonated with me a little
And
bit.
then there's a legitimate question that many of us will end up asking in our lives. Who let the dogs out?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Did we ever get an answer to that?
All right, please.
Who let
What?
goddamn dogs out?
Don't let the past remind us of what we are not now, please, because there's a couple of negatives in there. So
Okay.
all right.
It essentially means if you look back and you think life was better back then, you haven't gotten any better now because you were better back then. Don't look back and say those were the good old days. And,
Okay.
You still have time. You can still make this a life worth living. You know what I mean?
There was a saying, and I believe it was Steve Lushbauer said it early on when we were here at MMR, probably 2006, 7, 8, something around. He goes, because people say those were the good old days, and he said these are the good old days.
Yeah.
And he routinely would have to leave the building to go home to poop.
That's right.
So
There's that
truth.
There's that Ed Helms line in The Office where he says, "I wish someone would have let us know that these were the good old days before they're behind us."
Right.
And that's because they can always be the good old days. There can always be a moment that's happening, and there are moments that are better than others. But this today, right now, could be part of the good old days when you're looking back on it in 5 years.
Our time up here.
That's another way to look at it.
Down there, it's their time.
That's right.
Do you know what one? Oh, go ahead, Preston.
I remember there was a time when I acknowledged that these are indeed the good old days. It was a few years ago, and I was like, that was a cool acknowledgement.
Mm-hmm.
I thought.
I think it is.
I don't think they're the good old days anymore, but they were a couple of years ago.
You're exceeding them in the days that you live, and you have even better days that you go on to. This quote is a classic, and always caught me, and I always thought it was. It's from John Greenleaf Whittier. For all of all the sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest are these. It might have been. I always thought that was what might have been. What might I have done? Should I have done that?
Do the first part again, because I didn't understand that.
For all of the sad words of tongue or pen that you could say or write.
Oh, of tongue or pen.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you tongue your pen, these are the saddest it might have been. What could have been.
Okay.
Should I have gone for that? Should I have asked that girl out?
That one's almost like Casey hearing "Don't let the past remind us of not what we are now." There's a little poetic prose in there that throws me off a little bit.
Then I think of the bus driver.
It ain't gonna yank itself.
Should I?
I hate when I get quotes wrong, so I want to get the Ed Helms one right. I wish there was a way to know that you're in the good old days before you've actually left them.
Okay.
And that's a really good perspective.
That is a good one.
And you know, these things, Preston, when you talk about them this way, they hit me in a gut level. When something really hits me as profound, I do take it to heart. And it seems like you guys do as well.
Yeah.
And it's okay to just say, yeah, wow, think about that and ponder on these things, because I've adopted things like this throughout my life and they've benefited me.
Ponderous, man.
Ponderous, man.
How about those pictures I was
Look at
supposed
those
to
pictures.
see? Let's go to, we got a break here in just a second. We got a couple minutes, actually.
Yeah.
Let me go to Jim. Hi, Jim. You're on the air. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, good morning.
Hey.
Jimmy!
So, got this article, a single sentence that changed people's lives. How about you?
Yeah. Mine is, you have all the time there is.
You have all the time there is?
Yeah, meaning that there's no such thing as, I ran out of time.
Right.
You just chose to do something else than what you were supposed to do. As a teacher, I lived through this.
That's actually very wise. You
have all the time.
Right. It does make sense, but it is a little bit when you first hear it, it's like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Can't you understand that?
I don't understand it, because we don't have all the time there is. So
you can a lot.
Explain that.
You can do what you choose to do in the time you have. You have all the time that there is. So you can't come in and say, I didn't have time to do that. It meant you did something else with the time you had.
Oh, okay.
Will you just shut up for a minute and listen to me?
All right, I'm going to try to wrap my mind around that.
Sometimes they don't hit.
Thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. Well, it hit with him.
That hit with me.
That's important. Let me read a couple more from this article. A coworker once told me nobody on their deathbed says, I wish I had worked more.
You know who says, and Dr. Mike, and we love him dearly, obviously, and he's seen a lot of suffering. He's seen a lot of people cast off this mortal coil. And he says he's never heard anyone as they were on the way out saying, I wish I had more. I wish I owned more. I wish I had more money.
Oh, stuff?
Yeah,
things?
Stuff.
Yeah. But, I mean, you do need some stuff to survive.
I mean, you want to die keeping it from other people.
That's right.
Hoard as much as you can.
Hoard as much as you can, and don't let them know where you buried it.
Never share.
Here's a good one.
That's the road to ruin.
This one said, the best boss I ever had said, I don't care what you screw up, learn from it, and don't do it again.
Yeah.
So I've kind of lately I've been assessing. I have moments, and maybe we all do this when you're just thinking about your past, whatever a random thought might come up of something embarrassing you might have done or a big mistake that you made, and I still get I get a sting. I get a physical sensation.
A mistake that you made in your life.
Yeah, like a cringe. Even back when I was a kid.
Same.
Something stupid, might have known it was wrong. I did it, and I still cringe to this day. I try to take that cringe moment, let go of it, and say, you learned from that. Yes, you did something dumb, but you haven't done that dumb thing again because you learned not to do it anymore when you did it in the first time.
I once poured 50, 60 gallons of what is the equivalent of Kuwari into a reservoir.
Ooh.
And a lot of people died. And I regret it.
Did you ever do it again?
No.
You learned.
There we go.
See what we did there?
But to that point, learning, well, as basic as it is to learn from your mistakes. Yeah.
All right. Let me go to Darlene, and I apologize to those who haven't had a chance to get to yet. Hi, Darlene. You're on the air. Good morning.
Hi, guys. Gadzooks.
Zeus, Darlene. What's going on?
Yes, good morning. I just want to tell you guys I love you. You guys rock. I listen to you guys every morning on my way to work, and you guys just make my morning.
I love your energy, Darlene. That's awesome.
Thank you. So, I also love Bizarre Files. Got to throw that out there.
Coming up.
Okay. Yep. So my mom, when I was younger and I used, going to elementary or anything in life, my mom used to say, Dar, think about it. If you think positive, positive will happen. You think negative, negative's going to happen. Think positive. So I took that my whole life, whether it was getting a job, passing a test, going into the academy, anything, I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get it. I'm thinking positive to bring that karma to me,
Yeah. I think there's it's creative visualization, which I'm a big proponent of. I think, again, you might as well be spending your time thinking optimistically. Some people are natural pessimists. I get that as well, but I'd rather be upbeat, thinking positively about the outcome than the option.
Hey, Darlene, what academy did you go through?
I was in the Philadelphia Department of Prisons.
Oh, wow.
All right. And did you end up getting a career in that?
Yeah, I was there for a good 5 years. I was in CFCF.
Wow.
Yes, on the man side.
So you've probably seen some wild stuff.
I have. I moved on to be an armed detention officer for the U.S. Marshals. And right now I'm a supervisor of USSC. So I'm also in control of all the armed agents and unarmed agents.
Darlene, you're a badass.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right.
All I gotta say is if you think positive in life, positive will happen.
I love it. All right. Thank you, Darlene. Take care of yourself.
You're welcome. You guys rock.
You rock. Thank you.
Her.
Why are we playing the Rambo music?
She's a badass.
She's a badass like Rambo. All right.
I wouldn't want to mess with Darlene.
No. She could just yell you into submission.
Yeah.
She had some, as we say in the business, some pipes on her. All right. Well, anyhow, this is these are good things to consider. Some good advice. Roll through it in your head. Maybe think about the ones that people share with us this morning. But sometimes it can be. It's a light bulb moment. It's like bang, that's it.
And I heartily recommend, honestly, Bartlett's quotations, and they're broken down into subjects.
Yeah.
And if you have something that you're going on in your life, and you want to hear some previous time-tested words of wisdom, give a look.
Bartlett's quotations. Okay.
Thank you, War Child. I needed that.
Of course. That's what I'm here for you. We'll be back with more of the War Child and Steve show. When we return, we go live on Fox Good Day, and we got some bizarre file stories. So they're coming up a little bit later on this morning. Sean William Scott on the show as well.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Probably the easiest job in the world. I just talk to people about golf all day.
And do you love what you do?
Oh, absolutely. I used to work in finance. When COVID hit, I found this job, luckily, and I've never been happier.
So, there's sometimes because you excel at a job, it has the feeling of being easy, and that's always the axiom. One of the axioms my father conveyed to me, which is do something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. You're still working, but it's fulfilling.
Outside of the hours that we lead, I consider our job to be pretty damn easy.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm lucky as hell.
Yeah.
And I love doing it. What I don't love doing is getting up when we get up and doing that whole thing because it messes up the rest of your day. But I'm lucky that I can say, my job's, this is not something I dread, and I'm not going crazy from the amount of time I spend on it. The prep work is a little arduous, but I still love doing this job. So I'm not bragging.
No,
I'm just saying we're good at what we do.
Oh, well,
and so therefore it makes it
this
that
advice
much easier.
Is part of the other great advice I've gotten. Listen, and I tell this to other people. If you do something you love, you're going to invest more time into it, even in the beginning stages. If you do that, and I think by sheer force, you will get good at something, and then hopefully the monetary compensation will come down the way. But I mean, that's all a chain of events. And that's the ultimate desire, is that you do something you love and you are paid well for it.
You know what I do love is mindless labor. And when I was getting ready for the bike ride for the Tour de Shore, I had all these team jerseys that were sent to me, and I needed to make sure that they were getting to the right people. So I was just like basically sorting and stuffing, and I had to do it for a couple of hours. And I loved it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
like,
want to work in retail now?
No, because I don't want to deal with people, right?
Yeah.
Like
you don't have to.
I
You
work
can
in a warehouse.
Yeah.
I could do that. I could do that. But
work at an Amazon fulfillment plant.
I just threw headphones in. I stood here for like 2 hours, and I just stuffed names and cooling towels into these bags and.
I do like the organizing factor of things like that.
Okay.
I'm actually volunteering at a nonprofit today, and we're putting together packages. So to me,
that's perfect for you.
I'm gonna make sure each package has 2 of this and 1 of that.
I love sometimes
if you get to put a little bow on it or something like that.
I can tie the bows.
the studio that I have in my room in my house in one of the rooms. I love. Today I'm gonna rearrange the wires so that everything sits properly. Like that sort of. Yes, that's sort of where I can just check out and do that. I do love that kind of work as well.
You know what I was going to tell you guys back to? You mentioned the bad part of our job is getting up so early. That 2-week vacation. I know you're going to make fun of me, but I'm not kidding you. I'm dead serious. During that 2-week vacation, at the end of it, I swear to God, I woke up and I looked in the mirror and I was like, I look a little bit younger.
I'm beautiful. Look at me.
Have I always glowed like this?
Listen, my
nipples are like erasers.
I did. I had color in my face.
Yeah.
I felt like my wrinkles weren't as bad. The bags under my eyes were gone.
So beautiful.
Did the gentleman stitch naturally appear?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I've gotten tighter.
It's gotten tighter. And more moist.
Oh, wow.
By the way, I know someone who got that.
Oh, really?
I thought that was just an urban legend.
Oh, no. And it's a major, it's not a little, we're going to put a little stitch in. No, it's like a major.
I always thought that was an apocryphal.
It's basically like having a baby.
Wow, Kath, what is their first and last name?
I want to hear more about that. But I got all these callers on the line.
it's
But
okay.
I want to hear
Talk
more
about
about
it.
that. Jennifer's on. Hi, Jennifer. Good morning.
Good morning.
Jennifer, you have an easy job?
I think it is right now.
Okay, share.
Are you doing it right
Yeah,
now?
I know. Seriously.
Yeah, she's a blacksmith.
No, I'm actually shopping at the moment.
Oh, okay. All right, can stop.
My day off.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I work at a casino as a sportsbook writer.
You work
I
can't.
as a sports book what?
Writer. I write tickets for sports bets.
Okay.
She writes tickets for sports books.
Or the Eagles.
Yeah.
But we're real slow at this time of the year.
Okay.
So I spend half of my day just staring at TV, watching sports.
Well, okay. Well, that's not bad. But what about the other half of the year when everything is kicked in? Is it very difficult?
It gets crazy when people are trying that live.
All right,
That's the
sorry.
hard part.
We're sorry to interrupt your shopping, Jennifer.
Yeah.
We'll let you get back to
Sounds
that.
like
but
she's
thank you for the
fighting a
call.
robot.
We appreciate it. All right, let me go next to Brandon. Hey, Brandon, good morning.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, here we go. All right, you have an easy job, it says.
I'm a trash man.
Trash man.
How is that an easy job? That looks like hard labor to me, man.
You drive the truck?
A monkey can do my job.
I know, and I've known a few trash men in my life.
That love their job?
That love the job.
I agree.
That love the
I
job.
have as well.
Yeah.
I will say, anytime I see the guys going by my house, they're either like laughing or singing.
Right. You've got a group that you work with. Listen, you know that it's got its dirty elements, but the trucks will do a lot of the work. But also, you're getting a bit of a workout yourself.
Yeah. How old are you, Brandon?
The only thing I can complain about is the weather.
Okay.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay.
30. Man, I see those
Why
guys
not?
lifting some really heavy trash cans. I'm like, no way, dude.
Brandon, do you need to work out outside your job? Your job is a workout, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
But I also am able to work outside my job because I'll probably be done within the next hour.
Oh, there you go, man.
All right, you get done early. What time you get up in the morning?
We start work at 7. I get up at 6.
All right.
Okay. That's not too bad at all, man.
All right, so Brandon considers it an easy job.
Yeah.
I would consider that a difficult manual labor gig, but he thinks it's one of the easiest jobs.
I wonder how they pick the case. To your point, do they go on rotation on who drives the truck? Because the dude who's driving the truck always has kind of the
That's the dude.
easier
Yeah,
gig.
That's a good question. Let me go to Kenny. Hey, Kenny.
takes me all this time to realize, but I love you.
I love you. All right, Kenny, what's your easy job?
Well, I'm not there anymore. Unfortunately, I had to move on. But I was a guard at the old Byberry buildings. After
the asylum
were abandoned. We were all over the place, and it couldn't have been any more of an easy job. We chilled in the trailer for about 7.5 hours out of the 8-hour shift. The boss said basically just take a drive around every once in a while. Here's a TV. You can hook up your video games, and we did.
My God!
It was an amazing job.
But but that's for me. That would not be an easy job. That would be so boring that I would.
Because you're looking for busy work to kill time.
Yeah.
I mean, you could honestly get another job while doing that job.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you could find a job that you could like work, online job, you could work from home.
Kenny, quick question. Did you ever see anything of the paranormal?
How much time you got?
Wow. Are those buildings completely gone now?
There's some that still exist. There's a self-help, like a halfway house, and there's a bank or something that uses.
Okay.
Do the tunnels still exist?
They're flat.
Do the tunnels still exist?
No, though they had to take them up too when they knocked it all down and everything.
Okay. All right. Thanks,
wanted
Kenny.
to go there.
What asylum was it?
It was Byberry.
Byberry.
Where was
it
that?
Northeast Philly.
Okay.
And they used to do like the haunted houses and stuff like that early in the day, and then I don't know if it was not safe
like
or whatever, but they completely shut it down.
It's very similar to the one, and I'm having a brain, Penhurst.
Penhurst, yeah.
All right, hang on. Let me go to Sam. We're talking about people who have the easiest job. Hi, Sam. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Good. What's up? What's up, buddy?
I really don't have an easy job, but I kind of find it easy because I like it a lot.
Okay.
I work at a auto detail shop in Westchester, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
See, I think that would be a good,
that would be cleaning something all day long.
Getting something looking sharp, and it's sort of an expression for you, correct, Sam? I mean, you're right.
Yeah, I take pride in my work, but some days I'll be delivering cars a lot. I'll go to the Maserati dealership, drop off a Maserati, whatever. I get to drive some pretty cool cars, which also adds to.
Oh, that's cool.
No, that is cool. I dig that.
All right, so this isn't your shop that you own. You work there?
No, yeah. I just work there. I'm also currently in college, so it's kind of like a part-time kind of thing.
I think that's great. Yeah,
because I've talked to
Thanks, Sam.
Chuck down the hall, and he's like, when I retire, he's like, he would love to open his own auto detailing, not shop, but he would come to your house. And you're like, dude, I could do one car a day, and that would be it. You know what I mean? Because you make a decent amount of money.
There was a service that we had come, and then they asked. They were a client here at the station for a while.
Yeah,
and they did a pretty decent job.
Yeah, you can make a couple $100.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah,
and knocking out one a day or every other day if you just wanted to keep yourself busy.
Yeah, my wife has had this guy come to our house. I just
There you go, baby.
I know, and he just sets up shop in the driveway and
to clean your car.
Yeah, not to clean her.
Clean your clock.
But yeah, I mean, he
buff your ass.
probably does one car a day. A couple of $100 a pop. It's a decent living. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go to Joe next. Hey, Joe. Good morning.
Hey, bitches.
Hey, what? What's up, Joe?
Hey, so I take care of dogs for a living.
Are you like a dog walker?
Yeah,
dog sitter.
House, or you can come bring them to my house,
Yeah.
and it's awesome.
And you consider it to be an easy job?
Yeah. Well, all you're doing is taking the dogs for a walk here and there and just playing with them, and the kids help out. So.
By the way, there's no reason to be embarrassed if you have an easy job.
No.
I think you win.
You're lucky.
I think it's a great job.
Yeah.
And so you're obviously an animal person to begin with, and so how would you make your own hours?
Well, yeah, basically, but technically I work 24/7. I'm always.
Oh yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
All right.
Right now, I have a puppy with me. I asked the owner if it was okay if I brought him to the beach, and in Ocean City, and the beach is paying for itself basically right now.
Oh, that's cool. Having puppies wouldn't be too bad.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Hang on, I want to go to Mark, who's been a trash man for 28 years. He's got a different take on it. Hi, Mark. Good morning.
Hey, guys, let me tell you something. I'm going to debunk that guy's theory right off the bat. I guarantee he doesn't work for a major trash corporation because front-end guys, which I've been doing for 20 years now, go in at about 2:30 to 3. I'm fortunate enough that I can come in at 5, and that's considered banker's hours in the trash industry. He's going in at 7 o'clock in the morning and only working till 11. He probably works for a county that's picking up parks and recreations. I did residential for
more time. I didn't realize. But I do want to point out something. Marissa has put this thing up on our door here into the studio, and it's the countdown to the Camp Out for Hunger, and we're officially at 47 days.
Whoa. 47 days for the Camp Out for Hunger.
Each day, Marissa goes over and rips off a number, and we get smaller and smaller until it is time. So just a heads up that the Camp Out for Hunger is in 47 days. Time to start your food drives. Get yourself set for that event, and any details you might need are available at PrestonandSteve.com. And obviously, we are going to be, assisting you with posters and things like that. And if you go to the website, you can find that there. All right, we got a couple seconds, and we're going to go live on Fox Good Day. We should hear some music. And there it is.
Hey, Preston, Steve, I don't know if you heard this or not. If you're taking the subway up in New York City, the voice that says, mind the closing doors. Be ready for the closing doors, whatever. It's going to be the voice of Cardi B.
Wow. Sure. Why not? Is Cardi B?
Why not?
Is she from New York?
Yeah.
All right.
I think she's from
that makes
Queens.
sense. Okay, yeah.
So it got us to thinking, if we do that on SEPTA now, who would you want to hear as the voice as you get on and off a train or whatever? Preston, maybe your voice.
Yeah, Preston, go ahead.
It's
your voice would be great.
No.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
It's got to be Stallone, right?
Stallone from here?
Oh.
Yeah, mind the Cardi
Yes.
B. Yeah.
But yeah, that could be good.
I think Pierre Robert would be phenomenal.
That'd be terrific.
Very recognizable.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wrote a couple of names. I wrote Jason Kelsey.
Okay.
M. Night Shyamalan or the Delco Pooper.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
The Delco
With sound
Pooper.
effects?
Yeah.
Watch the closing door.
I can see Jason Kelsey being like, hungry dogs run faster, get on the train. Or something like that.
That would get old fast.
Well, yeah, but you corral people quicker. I love this Sylvester Stallone concept, though, Preston.
Maybe, yeah.
I
A little
do
Rocky
too.
Little in there.
How about
Great
either of
choice.
you
Yo,
two?
Adrian.
No. Well,
I could see Mike doing that.
Or Alex,
Really?
Are our voices that recognizable?
you could add that sort of sultry ride, right? You could add that,
Alex.
right?
The train is now arriving at the station.
Yes.
Find my ticket right now.
There we go.
Getting on and I'm getting off.
You'd have lonely guys just riding the train.
Oh my gosh.
I just got off the train.
Thank you.
Oh goodness.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.
All right, we'll see you later, guys. All right. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. I think they should rotate people through the.
I think they should. We have when you come into the airport, it's Mayor Parker.
Yeah,
And
most
she's-
airports have the mayor
Right.
of the city. Yep.
She's very exuberant. They need to turn it down a little bit, but she does a good presentation. Sometimes you go to cities and the mayors just suck. They don't know how to sell it,
Yeah, but like the most recognizable voices would be Stallone. Kevin Hart's got a super recognizable
Hart?
voice.
Yeah.
You don't have to see him talk to know that it's his voice.
Yeah, no, that's a really, really good one. So I wonder if they'll even consider doing that. Well, let's see. All right, if you're ready, I got bizarre file stories that are set to go. So here we go.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
And the B-File this morning is brought to you by Delco Trim Light. Visit DelcoTrimLight.com. You can schedule an estimate on installation of the coolest permanent, programmable holiday lighting system around. Well, Halloween came early for some U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers at Tampa International Airport who found human remains, including part of a skull and a traveler's baggage.
Wow.
Officials said
Was it under 3 ounces?
The passenger had declared 10 cigars before officers searched a foil-wrapped duffel bag and
boy.
found the remains along with undeclared cigars and prohibited plants.
Some cigars. I have a little extra shampoo. Oh, and a human skull.
The passenger told officers that the items were for rituals, but due to health risks, the items were seized and destroyed. So these were old bones.
I'm a demon, and these are for rituals.
They wrote on the post, we never know what baggage may hold, but smugglers should know that we always have a bone to pick.
Love it.
A teenager is in custody after apparently pulling off a sophisticated cyber attack on the Las Vegas Strip.
That's pretty wild.
So the alleged hack happened in 2023 and was attributed to an organized threat actor group that goes by names including Scattered Spider and Octo Tempest. The teen is said to have used LinkedIn to impersonate an MGM Grand employee in a call with the company's IT department and requested a password reset, and then gained access to MGM's internal systems about 10 minutes later. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department said that the incident cost multiple casino properties hundreds of millions of dollars and gave hackers access to internal systems.
So we go through our security video. We'll watch a video series here, and one of them specifically pertained to this, and that you would never give that password out without confirming it through multiple sources.
And now a male teen could end up being charged as an adult because of this case. A 32-year-old teaching assistant at West Florence High School was arrested and charged with disturbing schools and malicious injury to property after repeatedly using fart spray on campus.
We've used it.
This is a teaching assistant. Between August 25th and September 19th, Lewis released his gas multiple times, which has become a popular prank in viral TikTok videos. The spray causes major disruptions at the school, and with some students requiring medical attention for respiratory issues, obviously there's an issue. The ways the prank stank didn't end with the smell. The incident resulted in $55,000 in damages to the school's air conditioning system.
So liquid ass is... Your son was using it, right, Case?
Yeah, got in trouble for it.
Yeah.
So the system had to be repaired. It's assumed that he was releasing massive amounts of gas to have that large an effect on people and equipment. Lewis is currently being held in the bowels of the Florence County Detention Center.
This is very creative.
All right, a Florida woman has been arrested for alleged silly string attack. Investigators say that the battery occurred Thursday evening at the OCC Roadhouse bar in Clearwater, Florida. Crystal Watts confronted the victim and began spraying him with silly string until the can was empty. She then allegedly threw the can at the victim, Jesse Hammock. The silly string struck him in the forehead and caused the lacerations. Actually cut open his head.
The can would do that, not the silly string, right?
That is correct. Threw the can at him. The affidavit does not identify a motive for the incident.
I like silly string.
Watts was arrested for battery, and she spent a night in custody before being freed Friday on a $1,000 bond.
Have you ever seen how flammable silly string is?
Yeah, there was an old video of a kid's birthday party where the kid is leaning over to blow the candles out, and somebody sprays silly string right at the cake. The aerosol catches the candles and lights this kid's face up. It was pretty horrible, but yeah, that stuff has got the propellant in it, so it's like hairspray or whatever else.
Absolutely,
Also, sunscreen and things like that are flammable because of it. A shockingly bizarre traffic accident got a lot of attention on Chinese social media last month when a young man driving an electric scooter crashed into a temporary traffic light. Now, following the impact, the man's head somehow became stuck inside the traffic light.
Oh, man. That's wild.
And firefighters were called to free him from the unusual cage. That was easier said than done, however, as the first responders spent about 40 minutes cutting away at the metal casing to safely release the man's head.
That's a 1 in a million maneuver.
He was then taken to a local hospital and made a full recovery, but he'll have a much tougher time recovering from the online jokes as the incident had inspired. And in fact, someone had written a head-on collision, but with only light damage.
Another one!
I like that one, actually. That one's pretty solid. All right, so a 60-year-old Dutchman was arrested in Khon Kaen, Thailand, for stealing an entire ATM by chaining it to his pickup truck and then dragging it through the streets.
Oh, they do this all the time, yeah.
The incident happened early Sunday morning when he used a chain hoist to pull the Siam Commercial Bank ATM from its mounting and towed it about 20 meters before being caught. Wow. Kuvlar had lived in Thailand for 6 years and invested about $267,000 with this 37-year-old Thai wife, and a restaurant business had failed. Financial stress and mounting debts led to arguments with his wife. And after a dispute Saturday night, he told her he was visiting a friend, but instead he attempted the theft.
So I think Nell's from this area because she often says she's Thai, right?
Oh, yeah. And then Kong Kong.
Kong Kong.
He
'Cause that was in
faces
Kong Kong, Thailand, was it not?
charges for nighttime theft, property damage, and using a vehicle in a crime, potentially facing up to 10.5 years in prison.
Remember around here for a while, they were literally just blowing them up?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
And that is what I have in the Bizarre File for you this morning. All right, we'll take a break. We'll get back in just a moment. Don't forget, Sean William Scott's going to be checking in the 10 o'clock hour, rare 10 o'clock hour interview that we'll have. So we'll see how he's doing and see what else we can get into. Stay put. We'll be right back.
Years, it is one of the toughest jobs there is. I'm in front end now. I'm in an air-conditioned, high-tech truck. I work for one of the most major trash corporations in the world. Our trucks are high-tech. They're nice. They're comfortable. They're ergonomic for the driver. I have AC. I get out about 20 times to open gate, pull a couple cans out. Mine is probably the easiest in the industry, but maybe takes the most driving skill. I back up over 130 times a day. Let me tell you something. I stink when I go home, and my wife won't let me near her until I take a shower. She won't let me near her anyway. I've been married 30 years. That's a different story. Bottom line is, one of the worst jobs as far as fatalities and one of the most difficult jobs physically and, believe it or not, mentally, because you are not done until you pick up that last can. The good news is you can eat all you want out of the hopper if that's
Oh, my God.
I love this guy.
Wow, man.
Mark.
Well, you paid your
he
dues.
hung up on
He
us.
hung up. I wanted to get more from Mark.
Oh, he's the best.
Wow. Okay.
There is something, though, bizarrely, at least from our angle, Casey, like fraternal and romantic about that. You're out, you're different locations. You know what I'm saying? I
What
don't
is
know.
it? Is it working in trash?
Yeah.
As a sanitary?
I don't know. As a sanitary napkin.
God, but the smell.
I know.
The stuff those guys smell, and I know they're immune to it by now, but it's just disgusting.
Just the smell alone makes your job not easy.
I was walking down the street in Cape May a couple of weeks ago, and it was
singing "Do What Diddy."
I was not. I was holding my breath, Steve, because it smelled so bad. Because there was some rotten trash.
Really?
So behind one of the houses, but it permeated for like at least a half of a block. And then when I was walking back, I'm like, well, I'm going to walk on the other side of the street, and it was just as bad on the other side of the street.
It made it across the street.
Let's see who's been on hold for a long time because we got to wrap this up in just a second. Let me go to Kristen. Hi, Kristen. Good morning.
Hi. Good
Hey.
morning, guys.
Hey, what's up, Kristen?
So I don't have an easy job. I'm a dog groomer. I get mauled on a daily basis. But I love it to death. My husband, on the other hand, he works in the IT department in a library.
Yeah.
This man spends 9% of the time watching YouTube, sending me memes. He brings, he's like, oh, I'm watching Terminator. I'm like, you found it online? No, I brought it from home.
He's bringing his own movies. I knew I would need something to watch. I didn't do anything here.
So he's got it. So what is he basically like? Update the library's website, or just make sure everything's running?
So he helps with that, but he's in the computer lab, so he's got to help anyone who needs help with like any computer assistance. And he's like, from 10 to 3, I have people. Before that and after that, I don't. And he works 9 to 5. Mondays he does 1 to 9, but the best part is, twice a month, they then pay him to shut down the computer lab to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, man.
That's an
pretty
easy
cool.
job.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Don't come home and tired. Like, you have a 5-month-old.
Help. Please.
You're helping.
Thank you, Kristen.
We went whitewater rafting earlier this summer, and we were talking to some of the guides that were with us, and they were all college kids, which I didn't know. This was in Jim Thorpe. They're college kids, but from all over the country, not just in our area. And they travel here. And she was basically telling us that they like camp out for the summer.
Wow.
And she said it's one of the greatest, easiest jobs.
I'll never forget this gal in Maine. She was our whitewater raft guide. Her name was Wiggy. She was awesome. And same thing. Loved her job. Travels all over the place. Goes to different, depending on the season. You know, she'll head out west when it's warmer, and then head east. And just loved the job.
One of Jace's surf instructors, too. She goes to Hawaii for the winters and then comes to Ocean City for the summers.
A guy who would teach surfing in Costa Rica in the winter. He would be a snowboard instructor in Colorado in the wintertime. And in the summertime, he would go to Costa Rica and teach surfing. I'm like, damn, man.
Didn't he die in a big wave off Australia? Or is that
that was boating.
That was after the bank robbery, and we don't talk about that.
Yeah, I mean it's a legit career. The guy who ran our thing in the Grand Canyon, like that's what he does from May to September, and he majored in that. He found a college and basically majored in like adventure activities.
That's cool.
Yeah. Right, one last call, then we got to take a break. It is Jeremy we're going to go to. Hi, Jeremy. Good morning.
You guys rock.
Jeremy, it says here you got an easy job. What is it?
Dude, I coalesce the vapors of IT security maybe 3 hours a week, and I work 40 hours a week.
So you're actually working for 3 hours of your 40-hour work week?
Not even working. I'm literally just talking to somebody else in a meeting about an issue and tell them what to do and how to do it.
Okay.
Do you feel mildly guilty that you make money doing that, or are you okay with it?
Completely. I honestly Netflix and spreadsheets.
Netflix and spreadsheets.
Dude, well, you listen to what Preston said earlier. You win.
Yeah.
You know? That's it. You got a job, and you're obviously providing what your bosses need you to provide, or else you wouldn't be there.
Yeah,
so there
exactly.
I was talking to my friend Joey Lee the other day in the parking lot of Wawa, and I said, if I ever complain about my job, just slap me in the face, because this is what I do for a living. Yeah, I push buttons like that.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyhow, thank you guys. And quietly quitting. I was not familiar with that term.
No.
And it essentially means just doing what needs to be done and only that, and not going above and beyond. My buddy Steve texted and said, quietly quitting equals lazy F. But Steve, my buddy, he drags so much of his work home and shouldn't be doing that much work.
He's a booker at Chippendales, right?
He gets all the guys. Yeah, exactly. But anyhow, hopefully you enjoy your job. You enjoy your job, then you're in a good position. If not, I hope something comes along that you really want to do.
Yeah.
We need to take a break. We'll come back in a second, and we'll get to the bizarre file. It's on the way next. Stay there. I'm starting to feel the buzz of excitement in the studio this morning. And the excitement that I have is that something will probably go wrong. So
Yes, absolutely. And it's probably something, it's probably an exposed wire is what's feeling that buzz.
That's what it is. And I also realized as we were getting prepared for this morning, I'm like, this is the fourth time we've done this competition. We should probably have some type of official recorded intro. We don't have one of those yet.
No.
So Steve is going to be doing it live for us this morning. So Steve, are you ready?
Yes.
It is time for
the Battle of the Self-Proclaimed Experts.
All right, and it is the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia version of this that we are doing.
If you stop and think about this, so we've done Harry Potter, which is one of probably the most elaborate of the collections of work that you'd have to be aware of. Mm-hmm. This is right up there.
Oh, it's got to be beyond. If you think about the hours of programming,
good
from
point.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, it's got to eclipse
it's amazing.
The Harry Potter universe. So we reached out to our listening audience and we asked for you to tell us why you should be in our contest, and we got, as we figured, loads and loads and loads of great responses.
Right.
And they were really hard to narrow down, but we had to do it. And it's the only way to filter through and just find some people that we think might be good competitors. And we can't do a battle royale with everybody and then narrow it down and bracket it down to 2 people. So this is how we do it.
Knowledge and passion. That's what we were looking for.
All right. And we have 2 people in the studio. And I'm going to read the emails. Some of them are kind of long, so I'm going to read portions of the emails
Reader's Digest version
that were sent in. This one first says, Gadzooks Gang, as a stakeholder in kitten mittens and current student studying bird law at Patrick's Pub University, it's an honor to place my name in contention for this self-proclaimed expertise. 15 seasons and counting of sunny content directly linked to my brain over the last 17 years have allowed my inner day man to shine through and have it be a huge piece of who I am, my personality, and quotes, situations I directly tie into my everyday life. I am incredibly thankful for what the gang has been able to create and produce for us over the years, and I hope my obnoxious ability to have that content as part of who I am win me the title. On top of that, the Preston and Steve Show has been my personal inspiration for wanting to work in radio/broadcasting, attempts at the difficult job front over the years of on top of recent historical events have led me away a bit, but the dream constantly remains whenever the frequency turns to 93.3. Hope to rid myself of all safety nets. Blending 2 of my passions is a dream, and thankful for the opportunity from you all. But anyway, see you later, jabronis. Cool word. Signed, the Golden God, who is currently untethered and whose rage has no bounds at all, James Bailey. Is here this morning. Good morning, James.
I just wanted to make sure I could perform a successful ocular pat down prior to us starting here.
Yes. Okay.
All safe. You guys are all checked.
All right, thank you.
Thank God.
He's wearing his goggles.
All
We are good to go. All
We're all
right.
good. It's a pleasure to be here, guys. I mean, like a literal dream to be sitting here talking to you guys. So thank you.
That's awesome.
It is our pleasure, and thank you for all of your enthusiasm. We appreciate that. All right, and our next contestant sent in the following email. It said, you know what? Let me kick down a little thing to you that our founding fathers kicked down to me. And it goes, don't tread on me. And right now, if you guys don't pick me for this contest, you'll be treading all over me. If I'm selected, and when I do eventually win, I'm going to peak so hard that everybody in Philadelphia is going to feel it. If I'm unfortunately passed over as the self-proclaimed expert, I'll get all in your faces and point out your faults. But after I win, I'm relaxing. I'm getting blackout drunk, and you're leaving me alone. But Kathy, just a heads up, I'll give you $50 if you drink soup out of my shoe and take your top off.
That's a good deal.
I'm sorry, Kathy.
She's done it for less.
What color, by the way?
Thanks.
It's a lengthy email. I'm not going to get to all of it, but he was born and raised in South Jersey, graduated from Rowan University, a staff sergeant in the National Army Guard. Please welcome Alex Presbo.
Thanks for having me.
Good morning, Alex. Happy to have you here. Thanks for being on board.
This is awesome. Appreciate it. And again, sorry, Kathy.
Listen, this is the way things are going to work with Battle of the So-Called Experts. Oh, I'm sorry. With
Battle of the Self-Proclaimed Experts.
All right, this is the way it's going to work. We're going to have 3 rounds of questions. Each round is going to be a different level of difficulty. Obviously, we'll start with the easier questions, move on to medium, and then we will get to the hard questions. The first round, questions are worth 1 point each.
1 point.
The second round, questions are worth 2 points each.
2 points.
And in the third round, where the scores can really change, it's 5 points.
5 points.
Now, if we find ourselves in the event event of a tie.
A tie.
Oh my God, make it stop.
We do have a tiebreaker question that will determine our winner. And I know I'm forgetting something. Oh, yes.
Sarah Marshall.
What?
Oh, forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, forgetting Sarah Marshall.
One of my
So, as I ask the question, either one of you can buzz in at any time. Now, if you buzz in before I finish with the question, I'm going to stop where I am. You'll have to answer the question at that point. There may be more to it that you miss out on, but if you're feeling strong, you can go for it. Now, if you do get it incorrect when you interrupt me, I will pose the rest of the question to your competitor, and they will get to hear the entire clue and then give us an answer.
Yes.
So they might have an advantage. That's up to you. That's where. Hey, good morning at Presbo, and I would feel so privileged If you could please send a shout out to my sister Karen, who lives in Pennsburg. Her birthday is September 23rd, but she podcasts, so if you can squeeze it in anytime between now and the end of the year, that would be great.
That's a nice zone.
She became a regular listener through the 5-day challenge. My brother Tom got her to try it years ago, and she got hooked. And we are accused of constantly referencing the show. Every time either one of us says, oh, I heard this, our spouses will say, oh, really? And where did you hear that? And while you're sharding all over the place, my cousin Sandy lives in Myrtle Beach and podcasts regularly. We often text about the show. Thanks, and have a good flight. That is from Susan. So here's a shard.
And another one.
For both those guys.
And that 5-day challenge, Preston, always a good idea if you have someone in your life who you'd like to convince, and they can listen to the podcast.
Yeah. You give them, you say, hey, listen, if you just listen to 5 shows, if they get tired of hearing about how much you love the show, just have them take the challenge, listen for 5 shows, and if they still don't like it, you don't ever bother them about it again.
You'll never darken their doorway again.
Yep, but sometimes they like it, and then you have that in common.
I'm happy to report that statistically, they end up liking it.
They end up liking it. So issue that to a friend of yours today or a family member, whoever it may be. All right, here's a butt plug. It's coming up Thursday, October 2nd. It is a blood drive with the Aeon Fox and Bucksmont Roller Derby.
Nice.
So this is going to be Thursday, October 2nd, 2 to 7 p.m. and is at a place I know and love, Inline 309 in Hatfield. And the roller derby crew will be on hand, and they would love to get your support for this event. So I'm sure you can check with the Red Cross. They didn't give me a link or anything along those lines, but you can do a quick search, Bucksmont Roller Derby and Inline 309, and that is Thursday, October 2nd, if you want to come by and help out. And then this other one, we've mentioned this event before, Keegan's 4th annual Touch a Truck event is being held in the memory of Keegan Langerfeld, who unexpectedly passed away in his sleep in 2021. He passed away just 6 days after his first birthday. And it was from sudden unexplained death in childhood, or SUDC. And every year they host the Keegan's Touch a Truck to not only raise awareness, but also to finally give Keegan the birthday party he never was able to have. So they bring out all these different kinds of big construction and emergency vehicles and utility vehicles. And, kids love those.
Oh, my God. I love that.
Yeah. So it's coming up Sunday, October 5th, 10 to 2 at Pope John Paul II High School in Royersford. And it's a fun day of entire family fun. And the money raised will benefit the SUDC RRC, which is a research and collaborative effort. And they're trying to find an answer to this terrible tragedy, as well as the Keegan Cares program at the Adlin Rose Foundation. So Nick has information of that up on PrestonSteve.com. We got this from Brianna and Bobby Langerfeld, and we are happy to pass it along. But that'll be a really cool event to take family and kids to as well. So just want to throw that little butt plug out there for you. Do we have our butt plug?
Oh, yeah.
Thingy?
I got you, bro.
Yeah. Got to put a little button on it there.
I think so.
All right, so I saw some interesting surveys. These are always fun to dig around with and see what people are saying when they are posed with these questions. So we're going to do Survey Says.
One of those surveys, who are the new best friends of Ryan Reynolds?
Survey Says
we are
War Child and Steve. All right, so YouGov polled 1,181 U.S. adult citizens about their sense of direction and navigational skills. And more than half Americans say that they are either good or excellent at navigating without GPS. 27% said they're fair, and 17% said they're either poor or terrible.
I like driving without GPS just to test myself. But, I feel like when I rely on it too much, I then lose my sense of direction. So I'll turn it off occasionally and think, all right, can I get back to where I wanted to get to and not have to rely on this damn computer?
I like it. I rely on it now.
Yeah.
It's so ubiquitous. It's so easy. It's so, helpful.
Yeah.
I use it all the time. I use it when I'm going home from here.
Yeah.
As I'll know if we travel on this little stretch of road called the Schuylkill Expressway.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's a freaking nightmare.
Traffic updates. That's where you're using it less for the directions than you are for the conditions of the road.
That's right.
But it also, if the conditions are bad, It'll reroute me in places I've never been before that will get me home.
So my knowledge and my ability to determine orientation is really good. So I'm good even if I'm walking like in a city or whatever. But I turn left here. I can and I think we talked about this, Preston. I'm less road name oriented than I am landmark oriented.
Yeah, me too.
I piss Matt off so much because I refuse to, or I just don't have the orientation that you have, Steve. I'll be like, oh, do you want to go over to the stadium? He'll be like, you mean down to the stadium, south of Philadelphia? I'm like, no, I mean, I'm standing this way. It's to the right, up there.
So it's
up there.
If it was down, it would be behind me.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now I understand
it's
that.
It's just whatever direction I am looking at that moment, that's the way I talk directions.
So I was driving in Michigan this past weekend, and on Saturday, in and around Lansing, there's a lot of construction going on right now. There's roads closed down and stuff. And so I had accidentally got onto this highway because at the last minute I realized, oh, shoot, this lane's closed. So I couldn't. So I had to go right. And I didn't have my GPS on. And I was asked if I wanted to turn. I was like, no. I said, I want to figure out if I can get back to where I was going.
How'd you do?
Pretty damn good, brother.
Yeah. I mean,
I was happy
it's
about
the same.
that.
It's good to know that. I mean, so my wife Claire is not so good at it.
Yeah.
And so we'll walk and I'll say, no, we make a left here. No. Are you sure? Yes. It's just a sense. I mean, I've always had it throughout my whole life.
Listen, sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm bad. When I was in the Boy Scouts, we did this orienteering thing where we had to find a flag. I was the one who found it. I felt really good about that. Now, when we did Bucksville versus Delco, you guys dropped me off in Bucks County, and I had to make my way to Delco without a map, without even knowing where I was.
Right.
And dude, I used the sun. Like I was like, oh, the sun's over there. This is south. You know what I mean? I felt pretty good about
Sun
that one
rises
as well.
in the south and sets in the north.
That's exactly right. That's what I heard.
There are places where it's a little bit easier than others. Like Philly, especially in Center City, just the grid orientation, you should know if you're heading north, south, east, or west. But
what
like
about Boston?
Boston's a pain in the ass because it's these concentric circles that kind of work their way out from the harbor. DC is confusing to me because DC's most of their roads are like northwest, then southeast, or northeast and southwest. And so I lose orientation where the grid isn't in place.
They also have the phenomenon. They have a lot more. You have them around here occasionally, where if you're looking on your GPS, it'll say you're traveling north, and you're not really.
Right.
And so they'll kind of if it's in the 50% either way, they seem to default to one direction, and it's that could be confusing. But otherwise, getting around Philly is pretty easy.
Men and Americans 45 or older are more likely to say that they're excellent or good at navigating without GPS than are women or adults under 45. College graduates are slightly more likely to say that they're good at navigating than are people without a college degree, but the difference by education is smaller than the difference by age or gender. All groups, men, women, younger and older Americans, people with and without college degrees are more likely to say that they're good at navigating than that they're bad at it. The difference is in the extent to which they are more likely. Americans who spend a lot of time looking at maps are more likely to say that they're good at navigating than those who seldom or never look at maps.
I mean, I lived looking at maps when I did stand-up comedy.
Oh, yeah.
I would, a lot of times, rather than have somebody and I was doing colleges, I would get somebody, in the student union or whatever. They get on the phone and try to give me directions. So just give me your address, and I would get either a Rand McNally or a Hagster map, and I would have that in the car, and that's how I would find my way.
Here's what's really annoying if you are using a GPS like Google Maps. Let's say when you're walking.
Yeah,
if you're in a city you don't know, New York City, something like that, and it. Why sometimes I'm walking this way, but it shows me going that way.
Yeah,
I have an answer to your, and they just did an update because I agree. They keep switching your direction, your orientation. So what you'll do is now, and it's in the new Google Maps, you'll hold it up and it asks you to kind of survey with the camera, survey where you are, and it resets you.
Oh.
Well, does it prompt you to do that, or is it a way you have to find it?
If you can hit a button, and I used it when I was in La Jolla, And I'm like, has me. I'm clearly traveling in this direction. Yet it's showing me going in another direction.
Yeah, I'm going forward, but it shows me going off to the right.
So
then you have to turn the phone, and it's bizarre.
Just held it up, and it identified like 3 addresses, and then and to the address destination, reset the screen.
Uber will do that too.
Yeah.
If you're waiting for if you hail an Uber and it says you have to take a 3-minute walk this way to get to where they're going to meet you.
Oh, right.
And then you just kind of randomly start walking because the street's not, and I'm like, wait, no, I'm going this way, but it's not coinciding with what I'm seeing on the screen.
Yeah.
And then you might miss your damn ride
So
if it's coming around quickly.
If you're driving or walking using Google Maps, do you like it pointing up, like the direction that you're going?
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes, Steve, you can change the settings so it's like pointing you towards, like almost like you're in the map and you're trying to find the location.
I'm in the real world.
I don't want to be in the map.
Yeah. All right. So most people say they're good at getting around without GPS, but we should test a group of people sometime.
We should.
Without GPS,
let's
take
do
their
that.
phones and have a contest of some sort.
I'd like to do it generationally too, if possible.
Yeah.
Because I bet you younger people just don't rely on it as much.
No.
And my sense of direction is really good.
Wait. Don't rely on GPS?
I'm sorry, do.
Okay.
Rely on it all the time.
Who are constantly doing it on a sort of, it relates to this a little bit. Have you ever seen an expert tracker follow someone and use, again, as you say, the sun or like in the woods and stuff like that?
No, just in like movies and stuff.
Yeah. So there was a documentary about people. Now, remember, drones are making it much easier to go do this, but the way that they can determine how they're reading the land, the direction of the sun, the shadows, moss on the tree, all that stuff. It's amazing how effective it can be.
Yeah.
I don't possess the moss thing. I possess the orientation thing.
All right, survey says. The new YouGov survey explored how Americans feel about tattoos. Not sure how many people they asked, but 24% of Americans say they currently have at least a tattoo. 30% of women, more likely than men, to say they currently have a tattoo. 30% of women and 19% of men. They're also more likely than men to have other body modifications, including ear piercings, hair dyed, a natural color, and body piercings as well.
And I love it. And people are more and more people, like, for a lack of better terms, the respectable, like, people will have like tattoos on their hands or like on their neck behind their ear. And I'll never forget when I was in college, it was, the spring of 1997.
Right.
And are you going to give me a
We're
heart?
going to go back just for a second.
Go ahead.
My friend got a tattoo on his ankle, right? And it was like the size of a dime. And it was a bear paw because, their sign is bears and he played football. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, you got a tattoo? Like, that's so crazy. And like now that's nothing.
Are you in a motorcycle gang?
Right?
Yeah. I mean, so many people have tattoos.
I know.
We have always loved them.
Yeah. I do, though, sometimes think that people overdo it.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Davidson.
And it's a tad bit much.
Yeah.
And I mean, just people I see regularly, here and there, it doesn't fit, or, I sit there and stare at their tattoos and try to figure out what they're about. And
So to me, I love them. And I think I think people have gotten with the notion of doing things thematically, where it doesn't just appear as if it's a refrigerator where you've stuck things on and there's no rhyme or reason.
Right.
I love where you're saying, where you're taking a theme or a tone, or there's a concept to what you're doing. And I see that more and more. And I think also the level of artistry has never been better for tattoos.
Yeah, I mean, listen, people will still go into a tattoo shop and pick something off the wall. Yeah, give me that. But I think more often than not, people will go in there with a pre-thought out design.
A plan of attack.
My buddy, he went and got a tattoo after he turned 18.
Howie Long?
He wanted to get a Tasmanian devil tattoo, right? So he goes to this tattoo shop. It was not RC's. It was just a different Delaware County shop. And he went there for a Tasmanian devil tattoo. That's what he went there for.
Yeah.
They didn't have the stencil. He should have just walked out. He got a Sylvester and Tweety tattoo instead.
He was in the mode. I'm getting this done. I've already committed to it. It's going to happen. I get it.
My wife has several. I don't have any. I think I'm the only one on the show that doesn't have any tattoos.
Right.
And she is trying to persuade me to get one at some point. And I think maybe I will. I just, and Casey, to your point, like they're not as serious or jaw dropping as they used to be. It's nobody gasps anymore. Nobody really cares.
Right.
But I don't want to get something that I regret.
I think you'd be a likely candidate for the one that I have. I have a big B. Arthur on my back.
Yeah, and you know how much I love her, Steve.
No, a Flyers tattoo.
Flyers, yeah, but I think it'd probably be some kind of lyric that meant something to me. I don't know.
I have some crappy tattoos.
Yeah.
I would like to, and I don't go, oh my God, it's one of life's great regrets. I just it's whatever.
Exactly, yeah.
They don't excite me anymore. The artwork is terrible. I was young and
not that bad.
Nah, they're just not good.
Yeah.
And so I would like to get them covered over. But Nick, whatever I want to get, I want to make damn sure I want to get it. And I haven't thought of anything I want to get yet.
Would you ever cover over one of the tattoos with a darkening of the tattoo that's there now, like a band or something over something that you have?
I've thought about it. Like the one around my ankle is just ugly. It's
You don't like it?
Stupid. Yeah, it's a bad looking tribal tattoo with a bunch of different colors. I can't get it. I can't get it removed because I got white in there, and white is not removable. Keep that in mind if you're ever going to get a tattoo. White and yellow are very difficult to remove.
What prompted you to get that? I
thought the Red Hot Chili Peppers tribal tattoos looked awesome.
All right.
Anthony Kiedis had that fleur-de-lis on his arm, and I'm like, that is cool, man. I want something like that.
Yep.
And so I went and got that done. But I need to get something. I need to get that covered up, but I just haven't thought of anything that would be that would cover it properly, goes all the way around my ankle, and B, that would look decent. I thought about just a black band going around there.
Yeah.
Maybe I could do that, But
what about you take the musical notes from your favorite song?
I don't think it'd be doable. It's my tattoo's too busy.
You have to blacken it out.
But anyway, I do want to get. I thought about. I want something that's really important to me, and I thought about getting the Beatles logo because they've been with me my whole life. I've always loved them.
Rush
not Rush.
logos.
I love Rush.
Yeah.
But the Beatles are more. I find more impact in their music. They've been very, very important to me throughout my life.
Presbo. Written.
How about War Child?
War Child. There you go.
Back off, War Child. Seriously.
Yeah,
Great tattoo, War Child.
people would be backing off immediately.
Just naturally.
If they saw that.
People, they see that or cauliflower
Step
ear, they're
off.
like,
Look at his ankle. Or get a cauliflower ear, Casey, tattooed on your ankle.
So 8% of Americans say they have one, two. 8% have two or three. 4% have five. 5% have six or more. And 21% of women, 12% of men have more than one tattoo.
So, Marissa, Marissa, you have a couple, right?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Case?
Oh, God. Hang on a second.
4?
One on the back of your neck.
Yeah, well, I got 3 on the back of my neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
Did you count your taint?
Yes.
He did. He pointed to it.
Oh, 11. 11. I got one on my honey.
Marissa?
I find them a little addictive. Like once you get one,
Yeah.
you kind of want more. I have friends who, or like especially a lot of our bartenders at the bar, like they are so covered that they will just look for empty spaces, and they're like, "Oh, what can I put in that little hole that's right there?" And it is just like going to a concert. They just go to the tattoo parlor.
I want so every tattoo I have kind of has like some sort of meaning.
Right.
So I want something goofy, and I'm trying to think of like
Get goofy.
well, no, not goofy, but like something silly. But so here's what I'm thinking. I want a tattoo of Alf wearing the fish moo holding like an Eagles flag or something like that. Right. Something really, really goofy. But I don't even know where to put something like
forehead.
that. Yeah. But because if I got something like that, I would want to see it. And I don't know where to put it.
Yeah, and then you wonder.
Maybe on my thigh.
Maybe I'll put it on my thigh.
You sit there, look at your thigh all day long.
Oh, look at that.
Exactly what I wanted.
By the way, as far as
with a skirt.
As far as locations go in this survey, 8% have a tattoo on their forearm, 8% have a tattoo on their upper arms, 7% have one on their shoulders. Other common placement for tattoos are the upper back at 6%, wrists at 5%, ankles at 4%, hands at 4%, and the lower back at 4%. Mm-hmm. Remember the lower back tattoo thing?
Yeah, the tramp
stamp. It was a big thing. That's the thing you have to keep in mind too.
Yeah.
Because there are fads.
Yeah.
And you got to wait that fad out for a moment and see if it sticks around or if it becomes a joke after a while.
Is the tramp stamp a thing of mockery now?
It was for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still considered that or not.
I love the Suicide Girls look. I love the
me too.
in John Wick, the data entry women who all look sort of Betty Pages with Betty Page-ish with the tattoos.
Our friend Sarah Wren, the makeup artist, she's got some cool tattoos all over.
How do I say something?
Looks great.
Judgy without being judgy. Because like if it's your personal choice.
Whisper to me and I'll say it.
Okay. All right, Steve. I don't like when people have face tattoos.
Nick says he doesn't like it when people have face tattoos.
I think face tattoos are ridiculous.
And look, I don't. If you want that on your face and it's something that means something to you, more power to you. I don't want to judge you for getting it. I just think it looks so stupid.
Well, here's the question: why?
Yeah.
Well,
why your face?
Maybe you earned it in prison, so you got your little tear.
But I mean, honestly,
there are so many other places on your body.
Is it so no one will miss this?
I suppose. Yeah.
Or now some people do it to change their appearance.
Yeah.
I mean, to absolutely look like something else,
and to show that they have no regrets.
Yeah. Nick, I ran it. So when it was like Mike Tyson, who was the first person I remember getting a face tattoo.
A tribal tattoo.
Why would you do that?
Well,
they've actually grown on me a little bit. I would never personally get one. I was at the tattoo convention at the Philadelphia Convention Center, and there was a guy there who was getting ready to get a face tattoo, and this dude was a this dude was big, scary, and he was getting like a concrete dude. And hey guys, no, but he was getting a face tattoo, and he was unapologetic about it. He's like, "This is what I want," and blah blah blah. Ultimately, for his line of work, it wasn't going to get in the way. People were going to look at him and go, "Wow, we can't get this."
It's a surgeon.
It's not even in the getting in the way part. It's just that you have it on your face for the rest of your life, and I don't know, something about it. Like I guess maybe it's maybe I am being judgy.
What if you got a little like a tattoo of like a crumb or a morsel of food on your lip?
You got a little banana,
and people all the time would go, "You got a little, you got." Right there,
other side,
and then you touch the other side on purpose. Wait, right here, over here. Wait, where are you talking about?
Booger.
A booger.
Another
a permanent
and
booger.
It's your test of people and the type of person they are.
Yes.
Will they say anything
You don't
to you
extend me for me.
Yeah.
I also want to get a tattoo of tattoo from Fantasy Island. I think that would be a lot of
there's
fun.
people that have that.
Yeah.
And on that tattoo has a tattoo of Alf. It's almost like an MC Escher.
Yeah. So the most common tattoo inspirations are favorite animal, flower, or symbol. And these are in order going down, so that's most popular. Something the tattoo haver just liked the look of. 6% said they have a tattoo that represents their past experience or life story. 5% have a tattoo representing a family member who died. And 5% have a quote or phrase tattooed on them. Does Andrea have quotes or phrases?
I don't think, no.
Okay.
No, she has one dedicated to our cat, which is adorable.
Aww,
she has,
I love that.
She has one on her wrist that she doesn't love, and most of the time she covers it up with a watch. And that was the first tattoo that she got. And then she has a side piece, which is badass, and I think is gorgeous.
Okay. Some people would get like one word, a mantra
Fart.
or something.
Yeah.
Fart.
What do we think about getting your own last name across your shoulder blades?
I think that looks.
Wearing a jersey?
Yeah.
That's what Matt has.
Put a number on the back.
He has his last name across his shoulder blades?
He has all the 2000 tattoo trends. He has a Bel Air grill on his chest. Well,
Okay.
actually, above his belly, kind of.
Okay.
And his last name across. So he's actually.
It's his last name, but it's also his family's last name. So I get that.
There is a character of him in a video game, and you can see the tattoo. Like they recreated it in the video game.
That is pretty cool.
It's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
These are how people feel. These are how people feel about tattoos in this particular survey. So we'll go to another one. All right, this survey was of 2,000 people, 2,000 U.S. adults, and asked the question, what makes the perfect nap?
What makes the perfect nap? I only wish you can be my regular Saturday night thing. I wish I had your ability to take naps, Preston, or any of you.
Mercer's a daily napper now. I just talked to her yesterday about it, and that is.
Did I tell you about the concept that my friends said the other day?
No.
Okay, this is Will and Lori. My friend Will retired last year. He's a year into retirement. And he and his wife, Lori, told me about this concept. When you were younger, on occasion, you'd pull an all-nighter.
Yeah.
But now they do what's called pulling an all-dayer.
Okay.
And that's going through the day without taking a nap. I pulled an all-dayer today, man.
That's impressive.
Is she retired as well?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm a daily napper.
Me too.
And for me, Preston, I think you and I nap similarly in that we often dream vividly during our afternoon naps. And
the only nightmares I ever have are from naps.
So if I could program the perfect nap, it would not be a nightmare. It'd be like a nice little pleasant dream, and then wake up just refreshed. Like,
are you sitting in a chair? Are you on a day bed?
I'm on the couch.
Are you driving?
I normally I don't drive. Okay. Most of the time.
Laying down or sitting up?
I lay down on the couch. I lie down on the couch, and I try not to nap for too long on the couch.
I do the full thing. I
go to bed?
Take off my clothes and I go to bed.
Okay.
And it's usually I try not to do.
Is it your bed or can it be at a bed store?
I try not to do. I set the timer at 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I will not go more than that. A lot of times it'll only be like 15 minutes, and I wake up and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm up now.
I guess that's it.
But that's enough.
Yeah.
You
A
know?
bed nap for me is a major commitment, and I don't do that often. But I don't even set an alarm anymore because I have to go to the bathroom. So like I will. And so
you'll leave the bed to do that?
No. But so I don't have to set an alarm. So like there was a day where I basically slept in 2 shifts. I had a 4-hour nap in the afternoon, and then I would sleep 4 hours at night. That was like before kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now, and if I leave myself to my own devices, normally, I could sleep for a couple of hours, but now, like it's like a built-in alarm clock. So I'm maybe getting a half hour to 45 minutes of sleep, and then I got to get up and go pee-pees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you purposely drink a little bit of liquid before you take the nap?
No, but I'm trying to hydrate more and more often, these days. So yeah, my muscles are like tightening up, so I'm like trying all this sort of stuff.
Look at these nipples.
No, not like. Well, I don't mean muscles. Like it's weird.
You mean your big, impressive muscles?
Yeah, my wiener. No,
look at my wiener, man.
No, my hands and my feet cramp up like really bad. So I've just been like sucking down so much water. So yeah.
By the way, the perfect nap, it says, according to those polled, should last 51 minutes.
What?
Yep.
That's a little long for me. I'm
Me too.
Yeah, like half hour, 40-minute range.
I will wake up and it'll be too hard to either get fully awake, almost said aroused.
That's never
fully
a problem.
Aroused.
I just can't get a boner.
And then it might affect going to bed later on that night.
What time is normally your nap time?
Oh, it's like as soon as I get home. So around 12:30, something like that.
Yeah, I'm like 2. So 2 to 3 is good for me.
You guys know me, it's after I eat lunch. So when we're having a meeting today.
Yeah.
I eat lunch because I'm hungry right after the show. And that's why in the meeting, if it lasts an hour, like the last 20 minutes, forget it.
Brain
dude.
shuts down.
I'm out of it. Yep.
So my wife she's mastered the art of naps, and she can take solid ones, like and for probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, she can do a run, and she just clocks them in. And
she's a night owl too, though, right?
She stays up later. Yeah. Not too much later though. She's maybe going up to bed around 11. Yeah. So
I thought she was definitely after midnight.
No.
Okay.
She's active though, but I mean to the power nap concept. Apparently, well, Preston, you heard about a power nap with 40 minutes and under. I just can't do it, and I don't. I wake up and I'm up all day, and I'm up at around 3:30. And I go to bed. I sleep around 10:30, 11.
And you fall asleep in meetings too. I know it's like the lights, but you'll see like
take it.
Your eyes will flutter. I'm like,
I cannot.
Yeah, we've seen you pass out in meetings before.
Goddamn fluorescent lights, and we always have to be in a room with those fucking things.
Oh, Steve! God! Wow!
I just gave a full-blown F-bomb.
Steve Morrison.
In all the years we've worked together, I don't ever.
In fact, you said on the Mike show that you've never dumped me.
Wow!
What will War Child have to say about this?
Steve just dropped a full-on accidental.
I am so proud of myself.
F-bomb.
Yeah.
Well, that's really how you feel about fluorescent lights.
all right, so
But wait a minute.
Yeah, hang on.
They don't make fluorescent lights around here.
Oh, okay.
They're LED lights.
Oh, okay.
They quit making those things.
Whatever they are, they hum, and I can't stand them.
All right, so I've dropped an F-bomb on here. Bill Weston, you, Preston. Now, Steve, Nick, have you ever?
Yeah.
Have I?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm an idiot.
So for the ideal nap environment, 44% prefer some kind of noise, like having on the TV or white noise machine in the background. Yeah,
Fan.
I have to have white noise on. Location matters as well. 53% like napping in their bed, while 38% nap better on their couch.
What's the sound? Do you have to have a specific sound? Do you have to have the white noise,
Mine's a mixture.
the digital static?
Mine is a mixture of a fan. Actually, I'll tell you because I have it on my app right here, and I'll tell you specifically what my mixture of sounds is. I have a fan, the whole house fan, an airplane cabin with a prop aircraft.
Interesting.
And a fan, another small fan on low, and I mix them together. So here, I'll play it for you.
Yeah, let's hear.
So this is it all together. I can remove them one at a time. So this is the airplane cabin.
All right.
And then you add the fan, the whole house fan.
Is this an app, Preston?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the small fan on low. And that's my full sound that you get.
I wonder, have you, with other people who need, could you sell your white noise mix? You know what I'm saying? If you believe you've worked out a nice recipe.
There's a bajillion choices on YouTube, and so I'll use that occasionally. I was using brown noise for a while.
Sure.
And
you got some brown noise, Steve?
Yeah, I know something's coming.
Yeah, come on.
There it is.
Out like a light.
And we're done. But I honestly found that put me in too deep of a sleep.
Have you ever tried green noise?
I'm sorry?
Green noise is another
I've tried
one that's
green
very
noise,
popular.
but I always end up defaulting back to just having a fan on or regular white noise. That's what does it best for me.
So I have two things. I will have the case. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll have the ceiling fan.
Yeah.
And I have an air purifier. So
that's good.
And that hum is enough.
Dude, last night, the rain coming down on the roof, that was enough to put me out, man. Did you guys...
Did you get aroused?
Yeah. I had to sleep on my back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because of the boner.
I do like a good rainstorm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love it.
assist
To
a little
me,
bit.
the sound that is the most... sitting on a train.
Ooh.
I love that. And then also the lapping of the waves on the shore.
At the beach?
Yeah.
If I'm on a train, Steve, there's no way I'm staying awake. It's just inevitable. Unless it's a SEP to in the center city or whatever. If I'm on Amtrak, I'm out.
Yeah.
And it's probably 10 minutes.
Well, and the movement, too. It's like
That's exactly
it's like
right.
a rockabye.
Yeah.
And when I commute, I always have a milk bottle in my mouth.
Okay.
So more than half, 55% of all nappers say that they immediately feel a boost of productivity when they wake up.
Huh.
And nappers are more likely to say they have a thriving social life than non-nappers.
Really?
I did not know that.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he was in an interview and they asked, if there was anything you could do differently in your career. And this is one of the most storied basketball players of all time. He said, I wish I took more naps.
Most hockey players take naps every afternoon.
Yeah.
Bernie Perrant, rest in peace. He took a nap every single day before before a game on game days, and he would always take naps with his dog. And he had the highest winning percentage in Flyers history, so something was working for him.
When you talk about having more of an inclination to have nightmares from naps, I find I feel more off kilter when I've attempted to do naps. I will do a meditation. Dr. Rosenpenis did up one for me that I will listen to. Yeah. I'm not asleep. I'll close my eyes, and that'll. But I'm not falling asleep.
I'm just resting my eyes. All right, let me do one more survey. I know, Case, we're running out of time here. But I'm going to end on this one. This survey, they asked, it doesn't say how many.
Some people.
Who is this from, by the way? So the source is Talker. 77% of people, the questions are about, it says that 3/4 of Americans say feeling good beats looking good.
So does that include feeling good after eating something filthy? Like you feel good after eating a sundae, but you know that's going to give you some pounds.
I don't know if
I am feeling good, and I hope
ties
you
in
are
that
too.
or not. It's by the way, a poll of 2,000 adults looked at which health approaches and habits really make a difference. Excuse me.
This is a standard thing. The old joke amongst the celebrities is better to look good than to feel good.
Right. Yeah, that was who was that Billy Crystal character? That used to
Fernando or
say,
Hernando?
it's better to look good than to feel good. People do an average of 5 feel-good habits every day to build long-term wellness, both inside and out. But overall, 86% believe that their emotional and physical health are deeply connected, and 77% believe their gut health directly affects how they feel emotionally.
I get that.
All of that. I completely agree with that. Gut health, that's an important thing.
So that's like my younger brother. That's what he is all about these days.
He's a gut boy.
He is a gut boy. He is all about gut biome. He's about, the things that you put in your body. They permeates all throughout, whether it be your mental health or physical health or whatever. And I will say, I've watched it firsthand work for him in his favor, right? And he does not put any, I'm not saying he's not 100% like great all the time. I think he does pizza on Friday nights, but, but there is a direct connection with what he is ingesting and how he feels physically. And I've seen it, work for him over the last, let's say, half decade or more. And it really is working. Now, he's in my ear all the time about it. And I'm like, I don't tune him out. So good. I try not to tune him out because he is just trying, because it's like, well, this worked for me, and I think it could work for you. But I'm like, I like chocolate chip cookies.
You have to pick the level that works for you, and then let it happen of your natural momentum. But if you make even slight adjustments, and you've had results, so there you go.
And you've definitely changed your diet over the last decade. Like you eat a lot better now than you used to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still not perfect. I had a quarter pounder with cheese yesterday. But,
well, nobody's.
You don't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
So, I mean. It depends on what you got to prioritize.
Yes.
Because there are
Oreos
times
first.
where eating or drinking, whatever is not, quote unquote, not good for you, feels good right then and there. It gives you that release. Looking good, Billy Ray. Feeling good, Louis.
Feeling good, Louis.
Yeah.
I have never been drunk. I've never, never had that. I've never been an alcohol person. It's just not my thing. And I hear people who suffer the effects. And, I'm with you, Case.
Yeah.
I love a good chocolate chip cookie. And that's going to be my poison, as they say.
I like alcohol.
Yeah, man.
I do like alcohol.
You like legitimate poison. Yeah.
I've been drinking a lot lately.
But all right, so
then I feel awesome.
I'm Preston Elliott, here to talk to you about drinking. It is great.
Aren't there better alcohols for you to drink?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't. I look at it as all bad.
Okay.
So I don't pick and choose.
Well, I'm just
which
wondering,
booze to drink.
Is there organic alcohol?
Protein infused.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something that I experienced recently because I was lucky enough to take a vacation into Europe, and I ate European food and I drank European wine, and I never really felt hungover. I physically felt better the entire time that I was there. I was eating bread and cheese and stuff that I think if you ate on a consistent basis in the U.S., it was probably not good for you. But there are different ways that foods are made abroad and than they are here. And I physically felt a lot better while I was there than I normally do when I'm here. And so to your point, Casey, there are any alcohol. There are alcohols that are better for you than some.
Okay.
They're not all as bad as.
So Four Loko is the way to go. Is what
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yes. They can be. Some can be worse than others.
Now I do in my eating as far as meals go. We cook. From the produce department and
the garden.
In the garden, and I'm not buying a lot of pre-made processed stuff.
That's
definitely not doing that. I mean, we cook almost every day at my house. And something that's straight from the produce or straight from the butcher or from the fishmonger or whatever it is. So we try to stay together.
Do what you can do.
And then you just add a bunch of alcohol to it.
And I don't know how good it tastes, mostly because I'm drinking so much alcohol, I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Many times, I can't even find the kitchen.
I just want to be numb. Is that so wrong?
I think that's the first step.
I've learned there's so many things in life that can bring you down, but alcohol takes care of it all.
What, step one is that so wrong?
I want to feel numb.
Yeah, the 12-step program. Step
I
one.
want to be numb.
Yeah.
Numb is good.
Nummy.
Numb.
I want you to be able to shoot me with a low-caliber gun and have it not hurt.
Yeah. I mean, who wants to hurt?
No.
So, all right, anyhow, 3/4 of Americans say feeling good beats looking good. That's what we learned from this particular survey.
Yeah. I mean, the health and that's really everything.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna
being drunk.
We're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for being a part of this conversation. We will take a break. We will come back in a moment. Don't forget, Sean William Scott will be joining us in a little while. Talk about shifting gears, and a few other things coming up too. Stay with us. Comes into play. We need to test out our buzzers to see what they sound like. So let's go. Alex, if you could hit your button. That will mean that Alex has buzzed in first.
That's great.
And James, could you hit yours?
Hey!
All right. When you hear that, that's James, and he will get to answer the question. And that's how things work. We have our podiums set up here in the studio. If you're streaming on YouTube, you'll be able to see all of this live. Nick is going to be our scorekeeper. Nick, you all set?
Yes, sir.
All right. I don't have your mic on.
This one? There we go.
There you are.
Mike wasn't on.
All right. So we are going to get this underway. Let's begin with round number 1. Gentlemen, grab your signaling buttons. And by the way, I need to compliment them on their T-shirts. They are wearing It's Always Sunny centric shirts. We have the Bird Law shirt and the Implication shirt as well.
You had to call them to say, at least to alert them to the fact that while we are fans and watch the show, these are the encyclopedic knowledge of the whole show. So we may not be aware of everything.
And in fact, I need Connor in here because Connor is going to be our judge should we need to go to a ruling.
Connor's another super fan.
Connor's a super fan, and he helped out with all of the questions. So Connor, I may go to you for a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Like the gladiators.
All right, here we go. Starting with 1-point questions. These are the easier questions of the lot. Let's begin. Here we go. In what year did It's Always Sunny debut?
Hey!
James.
August 4th, 2005.
He knew the date. Oh my God, that is correct. Absolutely. 1 point for James. Like I said, these are the easier questions. Question number 2, and there are 5 questions per round. I forgot to mention that. Which Pennsylvania bridge is seen? Alex.
I'm going to go Strawberry Mansion Bridge, but I think I jumped the gun.
That is incorrect. Which Pennsylvania bridge is seen in the opening credits?
George Washington Bridge, correct? Or no?
That is incorrect. That is incorrect. Both of them wrong. It's the Ben Franklin Bridge.
George Washington Bridge is in New York, James.
Round up. No, that's very different. Very different.
All right.
Is it the Verrazano Narrows Bridge?
Here we go.
Golden Gate.
Yeah.
And by the way, you heard Casey playing sound effects. For a correct answer, for an incorrect answer, you will hear this.
Dead air.
Or you will hear this.
This is not good radio.
All right. And for a correct answer, you'll hear. Or.
Rock flying eagle.
See, it all looks professional.
It does. Yeah. All right. Third question of the first round, and there are 5 per round. Here we go. What is Dee's nickname that was...
Hey!
All right, James?
Shut up, Bird.
Incorrect.
Ooh, this is not good radio.
What is Dee's nickname that was given to her in high school?
The Aluminum Monster.
Yep. That is correct. Alex gets a point. That's from the episode titled The Aluminum Monster versus Fatty Magoo. Question number 4. What is Rickety Cricket's James?
Matthew Mara.
Matthew Mara is correct. Rickety Cricket's real name. All right, question number 5, and this is a lengthy one. A lengthy setup. I just want to tell you ahead of time. Here we go.
Noted.
Mac and Charlie go to a diving pool they used to go to as kids, but the pool has been abandoned and is full of garbage. Mac says that the pool looks like the way that it is because of a pattern of discrimination against lower class people. But Charlie says it's because a kid drowned. Alex?
Jamie Nelson.
That is correct! And round 1 comes to a completion. And by the way, that was from Mac and Charlie White Trash episode. Nick, what is the score so far?
All tied up at 2 apiece.
Nice, guys.
2
Very
for
nice.
Alex, 2 for James.
It's a tie score.
And they got the same question incorrect, I want to point out. So nobody stole anything from anyone on that one. So 2-2 in round 1. And we now move on to a slightly more difficult section of our contest. This is round 2 with our medium difficulty questions, and each question is worth 2 points.
2 points.
It's helpful.
Question number 1. We need you to give us the full definition for the meaning of the Dennis system? James.
D, demonstrate value. E, you're going to engage physically. N, you are going to nurture that dependence. The second N, you are going to make sure you neglect emotionally. I, you are going to inspire hope. And then with that S, you are going to separate entirely.
That's correct.
Wow! Well done!
That was impressive, James. All right, 2 points for James on question number 1 of round number 2 as we are playing
The Battle of the Self-Proclaimed Experts.
I don't get tired of it.
I love that I can just point to Steve and he'll do that. All right, here we go. Question number 2. Here we go. When the gang buys a boat, Dee is in charge of cleaning out the old stuff, but she throws it overboard. When Charlie starts to find the items, what does he believe?
Hey!
James?
There's a horse cemetery down there with dolls and figurines of sorts.
All right, let me go for a ruling on that. Okay, we have a correct answer. Yes.
Yeah!
Yes. Relics of an ancient horse massacre.
Horse massacre.
That is, we would have accepted. So 2 more points.
I forgot that.
Going to James. Third question. What is the name of Patty's rival bar in the...
Hey!
All right, James.
Molly's.
Molly's is correct. Wow. That is from the episode The Gang Reignites the Rivalry. Fourth question of round 2. Mac creates an exercise bike in Hero or Hate Crime. What is the name of it? Alex.
Am I allowed to say this on air?
You can.
All right, Ass Pounder 4000.
Yes, the Ass Pounder 4000.
I was thinking the same thing.
By the way, the bloopers from that episode, some of the funniest things you'll ever see.
And make sure, I watch my mouth a little bit.
Nope, it's all good. All right, we can always jump out on you to do something inappropriate. All right, and then the fifth and final question from round number 2.
Round number 2.
Who is the local news reporter that Dennis fantasizes? Oh! Alex?
Jackie DiNardo.
Yep.
That's correct. Yeah, Jackie DiNardo. And that is the end of round 2. Nick, what is our total so far?
In round number 2, James got 6 points, Alex got 4, and now James leads 8-6.
Wow. All right, 8-6. So it is anybody's game.
It's anybody's game.
Because round 3 takes us up quite a notch. These are the most difficult questions that we could come up with, and therefore they are going to be worth 5 points each.
5 points each.
So this can absolutely take off.
So I want to ask you guys, as far as the prize is concerned, because it is a VIP experience for the It's Always Sunny podcast at the Met. Are you more excited about the parking situation? Because parking at the Met can be really tough. Or is it meeting the gang?
I've never been to the Met, so I'm not too sure how the whole parking thing is, but...
Talking past experience, parking is actually higher on that list than I'm proud to admit.
Have you guys
in this scenario?
Have you guys ever had the opportunity to meet anybody from the show?
From the show directly? No, I have not.
All right.
So this
They're fantastic.
Yeah, you guys are going to love it. Whoever gets this is going to have a wonderful experience that night. All right, we're ready for the third and final round. 5 points per question, our hardest ones yet.
Battle of the Self-Proclaimed Experts.
Let's begin.
Question
number 1, here we go. What name does Dennis refer to Frank's character, the troll, in the Nightman Cometh?
Hey!
James.
His name is Antonio in the show itself.
That is correct. Yes, that's a correct answer. Antonio. Dennis refers to him as Antonio before he shoots him.
Bang, bang.
And that is from the Nightman Cometh episode. All right, question number 2. What size shoe? Alex.
13.
Yes! Wow. To finish the question. What size shoe does Sweet D wear? And that is from the episode Who Pooped the Bed? A size 13. 5 points. All right, we have 3 more questions to go in round number 3. Here we go. Pappy McPoyle, the patriarch of the McPoyle family, has a pet Pocono swallow. Alex wants to answer. Alex?
Royal McPoyle.
That is correct!
Wow, played.
That is from McPoyle and Ponderosa, the trial of the century. So 5 points for Alex.
Wow.
Fourth question in the third round. What are the names of the 2 episodes that Preston and Steve are...
Hey!
James?
The Gang Gets Whacked, Part 1 and 2.
That is incorrect.
Oh. This is not good radio.
So I'll finish the question for Alex. What are the names of the 2 episodes that Preston and Steve are both in?
All right. Charlie Goes America, all over everybody's asses, and Max Big Break.
That is incorrect.
Dead air.
It was indeed Max Big Break, but the other was America's Next Top Patties Billboard Model Contest.
You starred in.
Yeah, Casey and I were in the Charlie episode.
That's
yeah.
correct.
You might remember us from the high five we gave in the background.
Yeah, in the van, right.
Yeah. I was in, Steve and I were in the one with the construction workers. That was the Billboard contest.
And we were with
and
some,
Max Big Break was the
Eagles players were with
the
us.
Flyers game. That's correct, yes. All right, so the last question we posed to you has to do with the episode that Kathy was in. All right.
The episode Kathy was in.
In the episode that Kathy was in, Dennis looks like a registered sex offender was the name. What was the name of the sex offender?
What a good question.
In the episode that Kathy was in, Dennis looks like a registered sex offender. What was the name of the sex offender?
Oh!
Alex.
Wendell Smart Eyes. Smart Eyes was his nickname.
All right, I'm going to the judges, and we're giving a correct answer for Alex on that one. We would have also accepted Wendell Albright, but Wendell Smart Eyes is correct. And we go to Nick McElwain for the total. And how did we do after round 3?
With 15 points in round 3 and a grand total of 21 points overall, our winner is Alex!
Oh, my goodness. Alex rallied. I thought James had it.
Listen, they're insane, both of them, with their incredible command of this knowledge. But at the end, Alex, you did it, man. Good job.
Thanks, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, that was awesome. Good job.
James, your knowledge is...
I'm gonna kick a little ass.
Hang on.
Gonna kick some ass in the USA. Gonna climb a mountain. Gonna soar a flag. Gonna fly on an eagle. I'm gonna kick some butt. I'm gonna drive a big truck. I'm gonna rule this world. I'm gonna kick some ass. I'm gonna rise. I'm gonna kick a little ass. Rock, flag, and eagle.
Beautiful. James, your knowledge is impressive. Oh, my God, he's got a bag of spaghetti.
I forgot to ask you guys what your spaghetti policy was.
Alex, did you bring some cat food to eat?
I brought no cat food. I should have brought a bag of spaghetti. That looks pretty good right now.
You want some?
No, I'm good.
Oh, man,
It's good stuff. They know their stuff.
I wish we could send you both, guys.
You know what? We might not be able to get James into the event, but we can set him up with parking somewhere around the city.
Yeah, maybe we could do that.
If I'm within the vicinity of the event, that's actually still pretty cool.
Well, we are going to set up for Alex as the winner of the self-proclaimed expert of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, a VIP experience, tickets, parking, food and beverage,
yes,
and a meet and greet with the gang for the It's Always Sunny podcast live Monday, September 19th at the Met.
Yeah. I don't think we could have had 2 better contestants. Great job, guys.
All right, you know what? We had tiebreaker questions, and I hate to see these go to waste.
Let's do it.
Want me to ask these just for fun?
Please,
this is for fun. We'll have you buzz in. All right, so,
Tiebreaker question.
But not for points. All right.
Just for the hell of it.
Who did the Flyers?
We're doing this.
Who did the Flyers play during the shooting of Max Big Break?
Wow.
During the actual shooting of it. Want something, dude?
Yeah, I just want to do a quick shout out to Johnny Regan. I think we all got an email from him. Johnny Regan, he had brain cancer. Now he's in remission. He got a face tattoo and a head tattoo. I sent a picture of it.
Oh,
It's pretty badass. So I just want to say, hi to Johnny, and so happy to hear that you're in remission. And dude, do the face tattoo, do the head tattoo. You do you.
Yeah, we were talking about tattoos and about getting them on your face and what that's all about. But man, he was taking us along the ride for his cancer treatment and showing us scars on his head, like they cut open his skull and everything. It was pretty wild. So he's doing well.
What do the tattoos look like?
So the head tattoo, it's a Harley Davidson logo essentially. Face tattoo is like a shamrock, but they both have Irish colors and the clover design. And he says the gray ribbon sideways looks like the word F. But it just says FU cancer.
Yeah, so the sideways ribbon looks like a C and a K.
Yeah.
And so he puts FU
That's very
and then
clever.
C cancer. So
pretty cool, man.
Well, listen, I've got a lot of things here, and it's totally part of my world. So why don't we do Totally Presbo?
You mean Totally War Child?
Totally War Child.
Totally War Child.
Jesus.
Hi, Presbo.
Can we get Getty to say hi, War Child?
I can get him to say it.
Nah, it's all right. I like the legit one better. All right, so no, there were a few things sitting around in my stack of stuff, and I saw this one. It was a behavioral researcher and psychology expert, Sade Zahari. What a great name.
Sade Zahari.
Yeah. So is talking about unsolicited advice and gives some effective phrases to shut down unsolicited advice. This is when somebody's giving you advice you really...
I don't believe I asked you a goddamn thing.
You didn't ask for, and you don't really want.
Right.
Either. So it happens.
Shut up and listen.
Yeah, shut up and listen. No, but I like the Samuel L. Jackson. I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
I need you to stop talking and listen to me.
So she recommends a few things. So here
to rebuff unsolicited advice.
Yeah. So here are some phrases you can use, like "Thanks for sharing. I'll consider it."
Okay.
That's innocuous.
Polite, keeps the peace, acknowledging the person's suggestion while holding on to your decision-making power. Here's another one. That's a useful view. I prefer to handle it this way.
Blow it out your bunghole.
It's kind of like that. Yeah. This shows that you're listening to their perspective, but protects your choice of how
I don't know. Stop bothering me.
to deal with it.
Have you been talking to me all this time?
Here's another one. I appreciate your input. I already have a plan for how I'll move forward.
I can't hear you. I'm 100% deaf.
Responding this way gives a clear message that you've got things under control and reduces the chance that they'll offer repeat advice. Another one says, that means a lot. Right now, I'd really value support more than solutions.
I can't listen right now. I'm pretending my fingers are a phone.
This is helpful because it guides them toward what you actually need, which is emotional support, not a fix.
Listen, sometimes people are legitimately trying to give you advice that they want to help with, and then sometimes it's the last thing you want to hear. So these are nice. Some of these are delicate.
Mm-hmm. And then the last one, these are essentially delicate. Yeah. I had another list somewhere that was like some not so delicate ones.
Pound sand, knuckle dragger.
And this one says, I hear you. If I need more guidance, I'll reach out.
Listen.
It validates their effort, but sets clear boundary and discourages them from giving more unsolicited
advice. If I wanted to hear an a-hole talk, I'd eat beans.
Jesus Christ. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's an old one.
Yeah. I saw it. No. Hold on.
Not yet, War Child.
I saw a video on Instagram, I believe it was, of someone with some similar phrase usage to be a little bit more clear and not coming off the wrong way.
Sure.
And so one of them was like, if you say to someone, hey, why'd you put this here?
Okay.
It can come off as kind of pointed, as in, what'd you do that for?
Right.
Why are you doing this? Don't you know that's a bad idea? You follow up with, why'd you put this here? Or whatever your phrase may be, or why did you do that? You followed up with, because I'm trying to understand so I, know exactly what your intentions are. If you followed up with a simple phrase afterwards, it can lessen the blow a little bit.
Actually, what happens is that the additional explanation can make the difference, which is, do you need this here? Or,
or are you a moron?
Yeah. Why'd you spend every waking second making my life hell on earth?
Or you can, like if somebody's staring at you, you can say, why are you looking at me? I want to know because if there's something on my face, I want to get it off of here.
Yeah, you allowed them to participate in the conversation rather than accusing them of something.
Yeah. So I thought it was kind of interesting. They give other scenarios, but I don't remember them because it wasn't that important to me. No, I'm not kidding.
Because I wasn't listening.
Totally war child.
All right, this is completely random, and I got this from listener Adam Gibson. It's a very short email that he sent me, and he says, "My dearest Presbo, do you wave thanks to the people holding construction signs?" I do. And that's from, it says, and then he signed it Panama City.
Panama City, the great.
That's from Gibby in Wilmington, Delaware. So, yes, I do. I absolutely do every time.
If someone is holding like a slow down sign, I will nod or I'll make yes.
I wave.
Yeah.
Like a little peace sign, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't know if they care that you do that or not, but I do. Marissa?
I will add to this. I say thank you to the bus driver and the trolley driver every time I get off the train or the bus.
That's nice.
That is a nice
as well.
consideration.
Or you can say have a nice day or something along those lines.
All the time.
But I was curious about the. It's interesting that Gibby brought that up because not that long ago there's some areas that we have some closed off roads by where I live, and a guy stopped me, and as I'm going through, I just gave him a big wave, and he gave me a little nod back. Some of them don't wave back. Some do.
So when they stop you because you're on the radio, do you hand out like a picture of yourself? That's what this is about. You recognize
clearly you recognize me, and here's an 8x10 because you probably want that.
And who do I make it out to?
This is pre-signed.
Yeah, I have them all pre-signed.
Dear sign holder, you rock.
All right. Anyway, that's all that I have for that
That's
one. Yeah, I just wanted to read Gibby's email.
Totally war child.
All right, Friends fans are going to like this. Central Perk is moving into Times Square and will be permanent. The iconic cafe is set to open this fall and is described as a modern-day version of the legendary TV hangout, complete with artisanal drinks, Friends-inspired bites, and, of course, the famous orange couch.
Isn't that crazy when you think in terms a modern-day take on Friends? And I was just watching, they had, TBS seems to run it all the friggin' time. Show still holds up, still funny, one of the great ensembles of all time. But, I mean, think about when that show was on.
It's been off for 21 years.
Yeah.
I mean, his last season was 2004, Steve.
It's insane.
It has been off the air for 21 years.
Yeah. But, I mean, I still watch Cheers. I still watch Friends. I still watch Seinfeld. So
they hold up.
They do, yeah.
Would you guys ever go to a Regal Beagle? I think I would do that.
I would go to Central Perk before I went to Regal Beagle.
Let me pose this to you guys, because there's something about these things being set up in New York that's off-putting to me.
Yeah.
If it because Marissa took us to the Simpsons one, the Moe's Bar in Universal, which I loved. But I don't know, something about Central Perk being in New York is no.
It sucks that they get all that.
They were in New York, and it's called Central Perk. It's right by Central Park.
I know, but it's something about it, like the M&M store and the themed stuff in New York City. It's my bias against that city, I think.
You're thinking they have enough.
Yeah.
Share the wealth.
And,
Here's my issue with themed restaurants, bars, stuff like that. If you go when they first open, it's great.
Yeah.
They're really into it. They're playing the part.
Yeah.
All the stuff is fresh and still looks really good. Give it a couple years.
Right.
And then they stop really selling it.
Yeah,
they
what's the
stop
staying power?
really caring.
Anything
That's
come to
what I've
mind?
experienced anyway.
Anything come to mind where you experienced that?
Yeah. Where were we not that long ago? We went to something. Oh man, Steve, I can't remember. But there was something that gave me that immediate. Yeah.
Do you know where I had the kind of the experience? And it wasn't really technically thematically based on a TV show or something, but when they opened up the Rainforest Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. This is up in Long Island. It was, oh my God, it's like you're in a jungle. And then it just fell to crap.
So I'm not going to name this place because we had a really good time there.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It's an experience type of place where you're put through some tests while you're working on something there. It's a family place, and they've been open for a little while now, for I assume over a year maybe. And I could just tell that the staff was like
not into it,
over the novelty of it. And we were there to have a good time because it was our first time, and we did, and we kicked ass, mind you.
Yeah.
Was this an urgent care?
No, it was not an urgent care. But I could just tell, the staff is way past how much fun this is supposed to be.
I got it. I know what it is.
And so I read some reviews recently too, Steve, of another themed place that has to do with a certain wizarding world.
Okay.
And the reviews were like, yeah, first time I went was great when they first opened, and now the staff just doesn't really give you much. Now,
Is it?
I'm not going to say where that is or anything.
Because when I went last to one of these things that's known for its wizardingness, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Are you talking like Universal?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a theme park. They're they're good to go. I'm talking about like a small restaurant.
I see. All right,
Restaurant
yeah, yeah.
or it's run by a few people.
It just kind of reminds me of Janine Garofalo in Cable Guy working at medieval times. Like
They didn't use
she was over it.
Yeah. They didn't use silverware, but they drank Pepsi.
Dude, I'm just trying to get through the shift. Steve, I looked this up because I didn't remember, but there are still 16 rainforest cafes in the U.S., including there's that one in New Jersey on the AC Boardwalk.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes those places get a bit of a bad reputation, and the things happen in those restaurants, which is what you described.
Yeah.
And they take that as motivation to actually improve the places. And I heard that the one in AC is actually great right now.
Good, because I enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed the it would start raining in parts of it.
Yeah.
And
Smelled
also,
cool.
It smelled cool, and the food was pretty friggin'
Yeah,
good.
how's the roasted parrot?
Yeah, on a skewer.
By the way, I'm sorry I was sidetracked there for a second because
You looking at porn?
No, you mentioned New Jersey, although I did. No, it's something else. You mentioned something, Nick. I saw a story this morning about a place I'd never heard of. It is called Obnoxious Antiques.
Okay.
It is in New Jersey. Let me find out where in New Jersey. But anyhow, they and you had mentioned the boardwalk, which made me think of this, Nick, because I pulled this up.
It's in Burlington, I think.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Burlington. Exactly. So I looked on the interesting categories of their antiques. They have one of them was coin-operated amusements, and I went to that, and like a majority of them all were from Gillian's Wonderland.
Oh, man.
So this is the type of place that buys up big things like that. They stick them in a warehouse and then they sell them, and they're expensive. I mean, these things are they're five figures. A lot of this stuff because they're big, like a giant statue of a squirrel, or
Bob's Big Boy,
or Bob's
Squirrel.
Big Boy, stuff like that. I want to go visit this place.
So these are things that will appreciate in value. Some of these things when they closed down. Remember, they were auctioning off a lot of those pieces when they closed everything down there.
Well, I think these guys bought them up.
Right, yeah.
And now they will resell them.
The Wonderland stuff, it looks like, Nick, I don't know if you recall this, but at the anchor of it, closest, I guess, most north part of it, they had that shooting gallery.
Yeah.
Where, it wasn't BBs. I don't know the technology that they use, but you have to aim for the targets and thing about it. So it looks like a lot of the props from that.
Yeah. Marissa?
Preston, there's another one in Philadelphia called Thunderbird Salvage.
Okay.
And they buy a lot of signs and things that are closed down. They're the ones, I don't know if you guys saw this news story, when University of the Arts, they were allowed to go in and collect everything inside the building. And they're good people, so they actually invited all the students to come and get their artwork if they could find it.
Oh, that's
out of
nice.
there. But when they took down the King of Denim sign on Passyunk Avenue, they had bought those signs and things like that.
That's kitschy cool. I think. Yeah.
So I saw that, and I just randomly thought I'd bring that up because Nick mentioned.
Are you bidding on the King of Denim sign?
Not the King of Denim, but they had a bunch of interesting looking things. Now I don't have a place to put any of this.
You don't have a place to put a King of Denim sign,
and it would be stupid to go and buy something like that. But I would like to. I'm intrigued by things like that. I've always wanted to have. Like one of those coin-operated horses, or
I love
or
all
a
that
bumper
stuff.
car or something like that. But I have nowhere to put that stuff.
Collector's Corner. They went to a guy whose house was all of these old style, right out of Big. The
Zoltar machine.
All of those things that were coin operated, that did these cool things that used gears and regular, almost like clock pieces to run. They're amazing.
Press, the bar's not around anymore, Marissa. I don't even know what's there anymore, but Sugar Mom's was really, really cool. It was a basement bar. You had to go, and it was down this alley, but they had little bumper cars that you would, as booths and stuff like that.
You could just sit in them and have a drink. Yeah, I remember that.
Love that.
I think that's gone, but Tattooed Moms on South Street does have the bumper cars.
They do?
Yeah, they have those.
Hold on, we've got Jeff. His neighbor is the obnoxious antiques guy. Hi, Jeff. How you doing, man?
Hey guys. Good morning. Yeah, he's got some heavy duty stuff, and he had up until recently he had 2 giant elephants in his backyard, and like life size, and that's how I would tell people to get to my house. When you see the elephants, you know.
All right, that's great. Now, Jeff, some neighbors would hate something like that. What do you think?
Oh, hell no. I love it. You know, yeah, come on. I mean, who wouldn't love that?
Does he rotate stuff out of there?
Yeah, I think there's a giant pirate in the driveway at the moment.
Okay. I'd be down with that.
About a 14-foot pirate.
Yeah.
And then there's the store on Route 130 in Burlington, which has several very, very large pieces that are just out front.
Okay.
And Weird New Jersey, the magazine, did a really interesting article on him. I don't know if you know Weird New Jersey magazine. Yeah. It's kind of redundant, but
No, that's cool, man. Are you friends with this guy?
no, I just see him every now and then. He's not there very often. His truck is in and out a lot. He also has a second warehouse in Burlington that is unmarked.
Okay.
But I know where that is, and his website is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It seems like if you were a movie, you would want
Yes.
Yeah.
To buy
That's where you get your props.
and to rent that stuff. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, there was a house in Harleysville for the longest time, and I don't know where they got it, but they had some kind of. It looked like it was from a Mardi Gras float, and it was a pirate, like he said.
Yeah.
It was huge, and it sat outside. And over the years, I watched that thing deteriorate, and then one day it was eventually gone.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if they were like, wow, this is cool, let's buy this. And then they didn't know what the hell to do with it.
Well, they're not meant for the long haul. They're a parade or two, and then that's it.
Well, anyhow, the Friends Coffee Shop is going to be opening up at some point this fall. And if you're interested, if you're a big fan of the show, then that's a cool spot to go to. I'll tell you another interesting place in New York. Casey and I have both been to it, and it's Lin-Manuel Miranda's bookstore.
Yes, you mentioned.
And the interior is pretty cool. It's worth checking out. And most of the books are there all about the world of theater.
Yeah,
and,
as you would imagine.
Yeah, and learning about the craft and stuff like that was pretty neat.
There were cool theme places. I went, there was a restaurant that used to be down in Soho, I think it was, which was like, it was Jekyll and Hyde's, and it was all one of those interactive, the eyes on the picture would follow you around the restaurant and all that sort of stuff. It was cool.
So there was also a place that my friend Will used to go to years ago because he was in and out of New York all the time, and it was a bar, and it might have been called the Dead Rabbits. And it was all about gangs of New York. Because remember, the Dead Rabbits was the Dead Rabbits were the group that Leonardo DiCaprio was in. That was the gang.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was a themed place. And I think he told me over time, it's like, you don't need to go there anymore.
Oh, no, it's cool again.
Is it cool again?
Yeah, it's actually one of the best cocktail bars, Dead Rabbit. And then they just opened up concepts in airports and train stations called Irish Exit.
Okay.
Which I thought was cool.
It's the same.
It's the same owner. It's the same chain, yeah.
Somebody should follow the police academy route and open up that.
The Blue Oyster Bar. Sure. All right, let's see.
Totally War Child.
Back off, War Child, seriously.
Scientists have identified the origins of the blue color in one of Jackson Pollock's paintings with little help from chemistry, confirming for the first time that the abstract expressionist used a vibrant synthetic pigment known as manganese blue.
Manganese blue.
Mm-hmm.
So this was sort of an elusive thing. How did he achieve that blue color, correct?
Number 1A 1948 is the name of his work that they studied.
Beautiful.
It showcases Pollock's classic style. Paint has been dripped and splattered across the canvas, creating vivid, multicolored work. Pollock even gave the piece a personal touch by adding his handprints near the top. The painting currently on display
That's a turkey.
At the Museum of Modern Art in New York is almost 9 feet wide. Scientists have previously characterized the reds and yellows splattered across the canvas, but the source of the rich turquoise blue proved elusive. In a new study, researchers took scrapings of the blue paint and used lasers to scatter light and measure how the paint's molecules vibrated. And that gave them a unique chemical fingerprint for the color, which they pinpointed as manganese blue. The The analysis, which was published in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, is the first confirmed evidence of pollock using this specific blue.
Yeah, it's blue.
The co-author, Edward Solomon, said it's really interesting to understand where some striking color comes from on a molecular level. The pigment manganese...
It's actually really interesting if you explore the depths of how the color is achieved.
The pigment manganese blue was once used by artists as well as to color the cement for swimming pools. And it was phased out.
Twisting your melon.
It was phased out in the 1990s because of environmental concerns.
I remember that sort of classic blue color. If I'm thinking of the same thing that they would use in pools, you don't see it much these days.
Scientists study the chemical makeup, and this is why I didn't know why they even did this in the first place. But they study the chemical makeup of art supplies to conserve old paintings and to catch counterfeits as well.
Yes, it's a great way to sort of make sure that you're dealing with authentic art.
They can take more specific samples from Pollock paintings since he often poured directly onto the canvas instead of mixing paints.
That's
on
a
a
Pollock
palette
hand turkey.
on a palette beforehand. So he would just pour it like straight out of the container or
There
whatever
we
he was
go.
using. Yeah. While the artist's work may seem chaotic, Pollock rejected that interpretation. He saw his work as methodical.
I thought in the movie, which I did enjoy, that final scene where the guy comes in and he goes, "Look at this," and he hands him a paintbrush and he goes, "What? Are you kidding?"
So
how long have these been around?
What?
My friggin' hands are stained. Jesus.
So that was his thing? He didn't use a paintbrush?
Yeah, it's the final scene of the movie.
Oh.
What? A paintbrush? Why am I the last to know?
Yeah, Casey would just kind of splatter things.
Okay.
He would use brushes,
He would,
but,
yeah.
but he also used sticks and other things to paint with.
Do you guys know what?
It's like Ansel Adams. Color film?
Do you guys know what plein air painting is?
No.
So
plein air.
Plein air. It's two words, two French words, and I didn't know either. It's basically painting outside. And my wife's an artist, and she loves to paint, and she's pretty good at it. And something that I learned recently is that some of the classical painters, especially like French Impressionists, would paint outside. And we spent some time in Paris recently. And so she went to these places where these guys like Monet and Manet and like Van Gogh, some of the most world-renowned painters of all time, would paint outside, and sometimes. Occasionally, bugs would walk across the paintings, and there would be little butterfly prints or little ant prints, or a bee would land, and sometimes they wouldn't escape. So, in some of these classic paintings, there's little organic matter from bugs that landed on the painting while these artists were painting outside, and that, in part, is what makes these paintings so special.
That is very cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Make a science fiction movie called Monet Park.
Yeah.
Where you
Park.
take a bug that's been sealed.
Monet DNA.
Casey, have you ever seen Pollock, the movie?
Not all the way through. The only I know that I saw a scene of him riding a bike with a case of beer under his arm.
Yeah. It's a depressing movie. It's really, really good.
His nickname was Captain Happy.
It's sad. Yeah. All right. Another one here.
Totally War Child. Back off, War Child, seriously.
I guess I got to do this quick, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here we go. So, if you're looking for a baby stroller,
I am.
That costs more than your first car, you're in luck because Aston Martin's newest ride is a collab with the Egg stroller brand. It was built on the Egg 3 design platform. The Aston Martin Egg 3 stroller mimics the sleek style of the iconic British luxury car. With racing-inspired seats, branded logos, and even a harness that feels like a seatbelt.
So this is a thing. They have them for Bentley and Ferrari and Lamborghini. And in the world of the uber wealthy, does this telegraph you're a douchebag, or is it something that actually says, oh, that's a prestige thing?
In the uber wealthy?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's douchebaggy.
Yeah.
I would think it would project status for them.
Right.
You know?
It's like wearing a big hat that says, I'm number one.
It is a pretty cool looking stroller.
It is.
I do like it. I
agree.
I probably will hate the price.
It's $3,000.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oddly, I thought it was going to be more.
Yep, $3,000. No, it's pretty cool, Case. I watched a little video when the story came out of it, and the video makes it look like, it's a high performance sports car.
Does the Aston
close up
Martin have-
shots of the logos and scanning across the leather and all that stuff?
Do the license plates flip? And the machine guns and battering rams?
No, but it does have an ejector seat.
There we go.
Yeah, so if you're interested, you can pick that up. It's got a SPF 50 plus canopy on it, multiple recline settings and storage space, and lots of comfort features.
Can I ask about SPF, Preston, and when it comes to like things like that and clothing? Does if you have an SPF shirt, can you wash that out at a certain point?
Yeah, you can. Some are a little bit more durable. You can retreat the clothing.
Okay.
You're supposed to, at least because I'm very conscious of that. The earlier SPF clothing, 50 and whatever, and so there's some that are higher, but most top out around 50.
Right.
There's a spray that, or like a liquid that you can wash them in that sort of re-bolsters their thing. But what I would just end up doing is I would, wear it and then get brand new.
All right, so if you got the money, it's now available. We got to wrap it up. So
Bye, Presbo.
Bye.
Totally War Child.
All right, with that, we will take a break. Come back in a second. Bizarre File stories are next in the queue. Shortly after that, we are going to have Mr. Sean William Scott on the program. Yes, Stifler will be joining us. Stay put. We'll be right back.
Murder.
I'm gonna just say the Devils off of guess. Are we buzzing in? My fault.
Nah, just go ahead.
I was gonna say the New Jersey
Yeah, I was
Devils.
going to say the Red Wings, but
Nope, it was the Montreal Canadiens.
there's some red in there.
Played the Habs, yeah. All right, and then the last one, we had a second one ready to go. In Hero or Hate Crime, the arbitrator scratches the ticket. Now, buzz in if you do know the answer to this. And it revealed the ticket won $10,000 as Mac takes the ass pounder for.
Hey!
Yes.
I'm gonna guess $14.
That is correct. James would have got that right. As Mac takes the ass pounder 4,000 and his ticket and leaves. The others are presented with the bill. How much has Mac left? And it was $14. They used 3 arbitrators in 17 hours. The bill was $9,986. They decided that Mac should pay for it because arbitration was his idea, which will leave him with just $14 because $10,000 minus $9,986 equals 14.
There you go.
Of course, we all know how that works out. You guys were great. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
For being so much fun and for the encyclopedic-like knowledge that you have of one of the great shows of all time.
Let me ask him quickly. James, your favorite It's Always Sunny episode of all time.
Wow.
Wow. See, I got hooked early on, probably like late season 2, 3.
Right.
So I have an affinity for those. Season 4 is some of my just absolute favorite. Mac and Charlie as manhunters. And when they hunt Cricket down for that entire episode is one of my favorites.
Okay.
I'd probably go somewhere around that range, at least that time, manhunters.
All right, good choices. And you, Alex?
I think same thing. Those seasons 4, 5, and 6 were probably the best. But my favorite, I think, is probably Charlie Catches a Leprechaun.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
That one's a later one, but
There's so many to choose from. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know
Fantastic stuff.
You guys love the
Family Feud.
The Family Feud
It's just
episode.
so good.
It's so great. When D buzzes in for the first time,
Knocks it off
Smashes
the
the
podium. It's the best.
And then you later learn that Charlie was the one of the survey members coming up with the answer. It was great.
All right. Well, thank you guys again. We appreciate. Yes, go ahead, James.
Genuinely, I just want to thank you guys. This is a literal dream of mine. Always Sunny. This was fun. I came into this yeah, cool. They get to meet the gang. Alex, literally have the time of your life.
Yeah,
Thankfully, I have tickets for the Sunday show. So, it would, best case scenario. I said it prior to us going there. Literally hearing your guys' voice through this feed right now live is unreal and surreal to me right now, and to be standing here talking to you.
That's very kind.
This enough is beyond a dream and a life experience. So thank you guys.
Now I don't feel so bad that you lost. Thank you, James.
Me neither.
You are
It's
the
great.
best.
Alex, you say something nice now.
I'm not going to be able to top that. I do podcasts you guys all the time.
Yeah.
So,
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome being here.
Excellent. Well, give us when you go, and we want to hear about the experience and how you
Yes.
a good time you had.
Will do.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Excellent. All right. Thank you
so
guys,
much,
Alex and James. Always Sunny, the battle.
The Battle of the Self-Proclaimed Experts.
All right, we're gonna take a break.
Brought to you in Dolby Vision.
We'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us.
Preston and Steve.
In a little while.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
curious how that was. But first, I want to get into this. I wanted to mention this article that I saw about people in the service industry, in fact, more specifically, women in the service industry. And apparently, this was floating around on TikTok, like pretty much
everything
is.
floats around on TikTok these days.
But it was a bit of a social experiment to find out if sporting pigtails at work would earn more tips from male patrons.
Okay.
And
I can guess.
From servers to dancers, those who have participated in the experiment shared their experiences on TikTok. And they say that their tips have increased since they've been using the hairstyle at work. Like, overwhelmingly, like everyone.
Wow.
Had seen
I can see
an
that
increase.
coming. Yeah, for some reason. And what do they
It's like
conjecture
cutesy.
as to what's that?
It's cutesy.
Yeah, I think it's got to be it, right?
Well,
Or would a ponytail do the same?
No.
No, pigtails.
Pigtails.
So a server who is among these sharing the results said, unfortunately, women are going to be fetishized in different ways by what they look like. If changing my hair up is going to affect that in a positive way, then it's something I'm going to give a shot to, they said.
Huh.
So, yeah. So, apparently the pigtails experiment first appeared on TikTok after a server named Grace posted that she made more tips when she wore pigtails to work in a video. And she doesn't describe it as an experiment in the video, but points out how wearing her hair that way led to more tips. She said, when you wear pigtails to work, you make double the amount of tips as usual.
Double?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'd wear pigtails. It'd be hard, obviously. I'd have to pull my flesh out.
We could glue some on to you, maybe, something
I'd look like
that.
a rabbi.
But it led me to thinking about what people in the service industry might do to actively try and get more tips, and that would be changing something, whether it be their appearance or whatever it may be.
Did you ever you ever have a job where you had tips?
Just pizza delivery.
I never did. Never in my entire life.
That was the only thing that I ever did.
Did you have long hair then?
Yeah.
Did you put your hair in pigtails?
No, I didn't put it in pigtails.
You didn't think of it.
Ponytail, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be the same, right, with a guy? Like a man bun?
No,
definitely
if
not.
A guy
please.
with pigtails.
Yeah.
I was the coat check. That was the only job I had that was tips.
Did you ever put your hair in pigtails to get a...
No,
Could you put your hair in pigtails now?
Yeah, I could put
Oh,
my hair in
okay,
pigtails. Yeah. No, I just got they were there for a nice dinner, nice wine, and the majority of them would be a little tipsy when they were coming to get their coats, and so just toss the bills.
I have seen Marissa wear pigtails on a couple of occasions. It's really cute, I think. But I've never seen you
No,
do
I
it
would
before,
never.
Kathy. Why not?
It's just not me.
you.
It's not me. I would could you really see me as cutesy? Come on.
No.
But I would like
can you
to
hold your hair out, though? Just
I need to see that sometime, what that would look like. So, dude, it would be super cute.
Yeah. You know what? I also don't really have the hair for pigtails.
You need
either.
long enough?
Just like a little more volume. for
Right.
pigtails.
No.
Yeah.
Like Jason Momoa.
My pigtails came after I got these Joseph Anthony extensions.
That's what
you
you
have
were.
more hair, you can do it.
Okay.
Cute flat brim hat, perfect summer hair do.
Chewing bubble gum.
But listen, whatever, anything, I would imagine that if you work for, and tips are a part of the equation, that, do whatever you got to
All
do.
bets are off,
To try and get, and listen, if there's anybody listening, 215-263-WMMR, that you would like to share your tip for getting tips. But I would imagine, like cleavage would be a part of that too, don't you think?
Sometimes when I'm dancing for a guy in the champagne room, I'll put my knee on his nutsack.
Ooh.
And I get tips.
On it?
Yeah.
Like skin to skin?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but pigtails is a way to be cutesy and maybe get an extra tip and not have to throw your boobs out there for it. You know what I mean?
clean up.
That's a little more obvious.
Yeah. Yep, I know what you're saying. Absolutely.
I would imagine, yes, anything. If you're going to work the system and you're there and everything's predicated on that. Yeah, you would do that. I can't think of an equivalent that a guy would do though. I mean,
No, this is mainly for women. Getting men to tip more.
What about men getting men to tip?
Men getting men to tip more? I don't know.
Look, my hair's in pigtails.
I guess you could. I don't know. Honestly, not. It would be more banter, like talking sports,
Sure.
and getting into their world, or you know what I mean.
Right.
I mean, listen. If you're a savvy person that works for tips, you try to get some ideas of what that person is you're serving, what their personality is like, and catering to that, and saying some things that might connect you to them, and therefore they may want to, help out and tip.
Right.
You know, so, but I've never been listen, pizza delivery person, there's only so much you can do. You show up and you give them your pizza and they make a split-second decision on whether they're going to tip you at that point. So I never really had to work it. Whereas at a table, if you're working tables or you're a bartender or something like that, you're spending a little bit more time with people.
There's no way to pad when you're dropping off a pizza.
No. And
excuse
also,
me, sir, your eyes are piercing.
When you're waiting, like there is it's so funny to hear this from me, the guy who doesn't know when to shut up. But there is a fine line between, being engaging and
overly chatty.
It's like, because they're not there to hang out with you.
Yeah, sometimes I've seen that happen. I've seen people start to blow their tips just by overworking the table.
Yep. Let me go to Deb. Hey, Deb, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, what's up, Deb?
So many years ago, I used to bartend at Chi-Chi's in Cherry Hill. It was right around the time that the movie Cocktail came out.
Right.
Okay.
And I used to do crazy like blender tender things, like by putting straws in the blender and pouring it in the glass. And I also got into doing like little mini magic tricks
That's
at
cool.
the bar.
That's smart.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Like little coin tricks and like tricks getting things into glasses and that sort of thing. But I used to love it, and it really helped out. I got a big following from that.
So what would you say percentage-wise? How much did your tips increase when you started doing magic tricks?
Probably like 50%.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, I would do it to people that were kind of just there by themselves, just like kind of barfly type of people.
Right.
And, so they would come back to the bar regularly and had a great rapport that way. It was a blast. That was a great job during college. It was really wonderful.
Let me ask you, Deb, did you get hit on a fair amount as a female bartender?
Yeah, back in the day when I was single, for sure. But
Yeah. No, it's just, I think that's probably one of the, it's something you got to put up with, right?
yes, yeah, it was very. But I flirted back too. I mean, you kind of had. I mean, I just was very friendly and smiling. And
Right. Well, it's a means to an end.
Yeah.
You said, Preston,
exactly.
when you
Thanks,
delivered
Deb.
pizzas, you would flirt with the people, right? A little bit?
Of course, a little bit to try and get something going on, but I
go for a walk?
Yeah. Didn't work. It didn't work. I'm going to go to Lindsay. Hi, Lindsay. Good morning.
Good morning, you guys.
Good morning, it. What's up?
So my sister is a server down in Disney World, family friendly, and she did the pigtails experiment at her job.
And
so she's a waitress at Disney World. She serves in Magic Kingdom and at one of the resorts, and she did pigtails, and she tried to see if she got more tips. She ended up getting more tips because of the pigtails. Now in Disney World.
So any guess percentage-wise how much it increased?
She didn't tell me how much, but she did show me some of the cash that she got in a Snapchat of that night.
Wow.
I mean, in Disney World, she does get pretty good tips just because everybody is on vacation.
Right.
Also the prices, but she also has fun pens that have Mickey heads on it. The other thing is, and it's very strange, she's done this as well. She's engaged, but she doesn't wear her engagement ring while she's on shift.
Yeah. Listen, that makes sense. You're looking to pad it a little bit. You're working, and that's. I mean, if you're comfortable with that, why not?
She's been down there for about 7 years, and I don't foresee her ever coming back. I'm fine with it. That's it's my in at Disney.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, we got one more shot of this B-file thing, so let's take it.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors. Pella is celebrating 100 years of innovation with 40% off of installation or 0% APR for 24 months. Visit PellaPhilly.com today. A South African hospital cleaner has been arrested after being found in possession of a bag of human placentas.
Oh boy, they're tasty.
Rose Mincy was allegedly seeking potential buyers for the human body tissue when she was picked up by security officers following a tip-off. Upon being approached by police, the woman was caught with human tissue. The woman confirmed that she is a cleaner in the maternity ward, according to police. The 39-year-old woman appeared in court on Thursday, facing charges of illegal possession of human tissues The body parts were seized and sent to forensics for analysis, and she is yet to respond to the charges.
Well, in her defense, the hospital had him in a box marked "Take One."
Police said the suspect was hitchhiking when she was arrested by officers who were conducting routine patrols. She was carrying an unknown number of human placentas in a plastic bag when she was picked up. The woman was charged accordingly, police said, adding that they could not rule out the possibility of additional charges as the investigation continues. Police not say what the placentas were allegedly going to be used for, but some believe eating the body tissue can boost breast milk production and even prevent postnatal depression.
What is, I mean, you got to have some perks to working in a hospital if you can take some human tissue.
All right, come on.
In South Africa, some killings and mutilations have been linked to the use of human body parts and in traditional rituals as well. Pretty sure this has some kind of curse involved in it. A priceless 3,000-year-old gold bracelet belonging to Egyptian pharaoh Amenemope was stolen from Cairo's Egyptian Museum and melted down for scrap gold.
Oh, boy.
Worth only $4,000.
You know what's coming, the mummy.
The bracelet, adorned with lapis lazuli beads from Egypt's 21st dynasty.
Oh, no, man.
Disappeared from a restoration lab on September 9th while being prepared for an exhibition in Rome.
You know what's going to happen? The scarabs are going to crawl in the person's mouth and then eat them from the inside out.
A museum restoration specialist stole the artifact and sold it to a silver trader who passed it to a gold workshop owner for about $3,700. The owner then sold it to a gold foundry worker for $4,000 who melted it down with other scrap gold. 4 suspects have been arrested and confessed to the crime. The ancient Egyptians considered gold to represent the flesh of the gods and lapis lazuli as their hair, making the artificially culturally significant, making it culturally significant beyond its monetary value. Wow. All right, a couple is suing a moving company and its insurers, saying that their prized Lego collection was left in pieces after a cross-country move.
Aren't Legos traditionally in pieces?
Not these.
Okay.
So the lawsuit was brought by Bryce Wilkerson and his wife, Marcella Taslim. They say they paid a moving company extra for white glove handling of fragile items, including large, fully assembled Lego displays that had been carefully built and preserved before their move from Baldwin, New York. According to the complaint, the couple was quoted a not-to-exceed cost of $10,000, $395 that included $1,600 for the upgraded service. They alleged the company that showed up, Swift, gave them a new estimate on the spot and pressured them for more money before loading their belongings. I've been there before.
Yeah, absolutely. So they made them pay more to make sure their stuff arrived intact, and it didn't.
When their shipment arrived, the couple said only one mover came to unload the truck. They claimed that they had to help with the delivery, which included not only their property, but also items belonging to another customer. Boxes were mislabeled or missing, and they soon realized many of their possessions were gone or broken. The Lego collection, which plaintiffs say had been specifically flagged for careful handling, was delivered in pieces.
Man.
The mover allegedly refused to note the damage in writing and declined to unpack or assist with documenting what was lost despite the white glove agreement. They submitted a claim for $30,000 in missing and damaged items, but records say that the insurance agency offered only $2,700.
Oh, come on.
Less than 10% of what they requested. So they're suing them, obviously. So they got scammed. The principal at San Dieguito Academy has been placed on administrative leave after allegedly failing to report an alleged anti-Semitic act immediately after the incident was caught on camera in May. Kara Dolnick was recently placed on paid administrative leave for district pending the results of the investigation. Now, according to sources and Peer K21, a local nonprofit fighting against anti-Semitism and extreme agendas in school, 8 students, all freshmen, were reportedly caught on an aerial photograph forming a human swastika on one of the school's athletic fields on May 30th.
Those little rugrats.
The act that the family, who are Jewish, and its representatives are calling a hate crime.
We used to play kickball.
The alleged victim told his parents, who informed school administrators, who then allegedly told parents people were already on vacation and the school would deal with it during the 2025 to 26 school year. The image was aimed at him, a Jewish child, the victim's father, Larry, said, and he told the Board of Education this week, the greater hate crime is what followed. Silence and delay, no timely reports to law enforcement. The high school district administration and Board of Education were not immediately informed. As required by law and district policy, the district and board members learned the alleged incident in late August. The parents of the 8 freshman students, meanwhile, were also not immediately informed and did not know of the alleged incident until this school year.
I bet this has something to do with that new kid, Mini Hitler.
By the way, on May 30th, a freshman student was taking a flying lesson as he was passing over to take a picture of the PE class. They were supposed to make a smiley face, and these kids did a swastika.
Wow.
Crazy. All right, obviously, we need a lighter story to end on, so we will. Carrie Edwards of Virginia wasn't the big winner when she won the $150,000 playing Powerball recently. Instead, that honor went to the Dementia Research, Food Access, and Support for Military Families, the charitable causes to which she donated her entire prize to.
Wow. That's pretty
cool.
amazing, yeah.
She described by lottery officials as a widow and grandmother. She gained praise in parts of the web dedicated to finding uplifting news stories, along with the charities benefiting from her windfall after buying an online ticket for the Powerball drawing on the 8th of September. She matched the the first 5 numbers along with a key 6 numeral, and she got the $150,000.
That's much better than kids forming swastikas.
And she decided to give all. She said, "I knew I needed to give it all away." She announced that she would donate $50,000 each to the Association Frontotemporal Degeneration, the Shalom Farms, and the Navy Marine Corps Relief Society. So pretty damn cool thing to do.
Absolutely.
She said she considered it a blessing that her Powerball win could serve a greater purpose, and she added that she hoped others would be inspired to give back as well. And that is where we will end the Bizarre File for you this morning. All right, we're taking a break. When we get back, we are going to have Sean William Scott on the program. We'll also get lesson question, trash, and music news, so stay put. Thanks, Lindsay. Appreciate it. There's
50%.
A lot of people do the opposite with the engagement ring thing, and they wear a fake one so that people will keep from bothering them, from hitting on them.
Yeah. That's another thing. Do you know anybody ever used to do that?
Tip-oriented. That's more leave me alone. Don't bother me.
I knew a female bartender who had a whole bunch of fake wedding rings. Yeah. And would wear those.
Yep, I believe it. Absolutely. Let me go to Laura. Hey, Laura, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good. What's up, Laura?
All right. So without fail, I was not into the objectifying hairstyle, but if you add a smiley face, just a smiley face, you'll make 20% extra without fail. Now, the other thing I would do is if I knew it was after church, I would always say, God bless you. I'm Jewish.
That's a great idea. Now, that's thinking about it. So you got the church crowd coming in, and you hit them with a God bless you, and
always.
Boom.
And it always works.
Wow.
That's smart. That's a smart thing, and you're not being duplicitous. It's a little thing.
And the smiley face
it's coming from the heart, right?
Yeah.
The smiley face though, for like that works for me. I like that.
Yeah,
I love it.
Oh, they're friendly.
I do too.
Yeah, as long as I said thank you, and put a smiley face. Like if you just wrote thank you, they don't see it. But something about the smiley face and always like right by the total. I'm telling you. And it was like a game between me and my coworkers. Like, all right, I bet you. Go ahead, do that with that table. I bet you. And like, sure enough, they'd be like, oh my God, it worked.
Yes, I think it's just a pleasant thing to do. When I see, listen, I did pretty well to begin with, but I think that's a nice little flourish. The thing is, it has to be on at that part of the transaction before they're paying. Mm-hmm. Obviously afterwards, it won't make any difference when you return with with like a credit card or whatever. I love that idea. They're just simply a smiley face or God bless if it's after church.
What if you're like a police officer and at the bottom of the ticket you added a little smiley face right there?
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Yeah, especially if you're doing a lethal injection at a prison.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do a little nose boop.
It's those little things. Boop. That's terrible.
I was really not looking forward to being dead, but that was fun. I like that. All right. You can put me out.
Let me go to Andrew. Hi, Andrew. Good morning.
Chicken pot pie.
All right, Andrew. Thanks for singing to us. What's up, man?
Hey, so first off, I actually served you and your family back at Melting Pot way back in the day.
Wow. Which one did you work at?
The Warrington one.
Sure.
I still remember that Rochelle has a sensitivity to cilantro.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Good memory.
Yeah, I think this man owes a tip, Preston.
Hopefully we tipped him well that night.
Oh, it was great. Anyway, so I bartend, and my biggest tip is I put on the fakest personality that I can ever put on. Whenever I go to greet somebody, I just turn it on, and I get complimented for it all the time because I'll go over and say, "Hi there, everyone. How are we doing today?" And just be so excited that they're there. And then as soon as I walk away, just go back to like, oh my God, what a miserable day.
Normal Andrew.
Whenever I'm at a table, I'm the happiest person that I could be.
Andrew, I would say there's sort of an unspoken understanding between customer and server that, okay, even if you're putting this on, I'm enjoying this, because having someone who is a sourpuss and just frowning and down, it sucks. So if you're going to go the extra mile to sell it, even if you don't feel it, that's still cool. They're not demanding authenticity, but they just enjoy that you're kind of working it a bit, correct?
Absolutely. If I can make them enjoy their 30 minutes with me by putting on a super fake ass and a big smile just to get, over a 20% tip, then great by me, and I hope you had a great time.
So what's your degree of success with this?
Averaging over 20% tip for putting on a big smile in front of everybody.
That's worth it.
And it makes it worth it. Yeah.
So worth it.
Thanks, Andrew. You still at Melting Pot?
No, they closed. No. I'm at a bar in North Wales now.
All right. Well, enjoy, sir.
Are there any
Thank
melting
you.
pots?
Yeah, there definitely are.
There used to be one in Chestnut Hill that they closed, and
yeah, there's one in King of Prussia. We went there not that long ago, actually. Here's a text says, as a male server, you got to sweet talk the old ladies to get at least a 10% tip.
Oh my God, that's a classic. My wife worked in a place that was kind of the family place to go on Thanksgiving and Christmas and the family dinners and so on and so forth. In Preston, what would happen is they'd hand the bill over to grandpa or grandma, and they'd pull out, remember those old tip calculators? So you just knew that you were going to get nothing.
By the way, here's another text says, whenever my coworker wears stockings, older men heavily tip her, and we do not work off at tips at all. We work there an ophthalmologist.
No. Are you kidding? You're tipping there? Wow.
And then she goes on to say, also, I wear a fake wedding ring because it makes men flirt more and increases my sales. So
it works the other way.
It makes them flirt more. Interesting. By the way, so yeah, as far as tips go, like right now, the you've done a good job tip is 20%, right?
Yeah.
And that was 15% a few years ago. Do you guys see it being notched up to 25?
I think cost of living, right?
What's that?
With the cost of everything going up, right? A lot of people are tipping more generously.
No, I don't think so, because the prices are going up, right?
Yeah.
So I used to get the sandwich in down the shore in the beginning of the summer. That sandwich was $17. Now it's $19. So I don't have to tip anymore because I don't have to tip any more percentage wise because the price is already going up. So 20% is where it stays.
Okay. I'm just curious as to if you guys foresee it like notching up in a few years.
I mean, it is when you get the bill, like places that calculate it for you, 25 is an option on there.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Oh.
But I'm saying the accepted, the standard accepted. Like if you tip less than 20%, it's considered okay. You didn't do that good of a job.
Right. Okay.
We've all been guilted into 20%, by the way.
I know.
It used to be 15%.
Totally. That's what I was saying. It used to be 15%.
But I was a server, and if I didn't get 20%, I was like, oh man.
I was a server at a restaurant in the mall, and King of Prussia Mall, and it was a place that used to be called
Rock Bottom.
Brew Moon, and then that became Rock Bottom. Yeah, so when I worked there, Casey, was Brew Moon, and it was a great restaurant. I really liked working there. And then Rock Bottom was a good restaurant as well. But people generally tipped less because they'd been shopping in the mall. And so it was not a great place to be a server because people would come in and they would have spent a lot of money while shopping, and then they felt like they were going to cheap out a little bit at the meal.
That sucks.
Okay. Yeah, it did suck. Yeah.
So location, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The only other time I was a server was this place called Murphy's Old Irish Pub, which is still in Alexandria. It's on King Street, and that was a great job. And Steve, we would have regulars there almost daily, and people would come in for lunch, and then Friday and Saturday nights people would come in, and you get to know the customers, and once you get to know them and there's a rapport, you usually get tipped pretty well as a result.
You also appreciate a customer understands that means everything. The tip means a lot.
Yeah, and
so.
you knew which guys wanted coffee as soon as they got there, and when you get to know your regulars, it's a cool experience.
Nah, love it.
Let me go to Mike next. Hey, Mike. Good morning.
I have 3 testicles.
Pretty close to it. Sounded like Gary there.
Wrong.
Nice, Mike. All right, what's up, bud?
I was working at a pizza shop years ago, and a guy would bring his daughter in, and he would dress up as Santa Claus, and she would dress up as an
elf.
As an elf.
Yeah,
that's so smart. I took my daughter and did the same thing, and we made bank.
That's a good idea.
Delivering pizza around the holidays dressed as Santa Claus. Man, that's a smart move.
That's a great idea.
Santa, getting a present from Santa.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ooh, solid. All right.
Owing to your impression, dressed like Gary Lauer.
Well, then could you do it for other holidays? For, around Easter, the Easter Bunny, or around
Halloween?
Veterans Day, dress as a veteran?
Or,
no, that'd be wrong.
Probably not do that. That's
false valor.
Yeah. Or you could do, but for the 4th of July, you could be like Uncle Sam or something like that.
Sure.
I do have a cousin that used to deliver at the same pizza shop I have, and he used to wear these crazy hats. He was a DJ.
Love it.
A party DJ.
Got your Green Day on 93.3 WNMR. Everything Rocks, Preston and Steve radio program this Wednesday morning. Be No Sad Bro Friday before you know it. And we'll give away a $500 gift card from Jug Handle Inn for our Word of the Week prize. Cinnamons in New Jersey, in case you're interested in that. Let me see, Case, I wanted to mention you have an appearance tomorrow. We have a minute here, right? Before we're getting Sean William Scott on.
Yeah, so come and pregame with me before you head out to next appearance tomorrow night. But I will be at 2SP Brewing in Aston. It is on Concord Pike. Yep. It's on Concord Pike in Aston. That's, I believe, the original locations where they brew all their beers, where they brew No Sad Brew.
Very impressive.
And so this is a celebration of No Sad Brew. It is a celebration of the Camp Out for Hunger, which is coming up in 47 days. So we're going to hang out from 4 to 6. You can come early, stay late if you want, but I will be there from 4 to 6. We're going to have there's going to be obviously beer there and prizes to give away, and it's just going to be a great hang. So we just want to come and hang out and help support Camp Out for Hunger.
Nice, which, by the way, 47 days.
Yeah.
Till Camp Out for Hunger. We have our countdown calendar displayed here in the studio. So each day another piece of paper gets torn off, and we see that we are getting that much closer to it. So just get yourself prepared for it, and we're excited for this.
Totally
year's,
calm.
obviously.
Yeah.
All right. Our guest ready to go?
It looks like he is ready to go.
All right. Excellent. Excited to talk to him. The second season of Shifting Gears will premiere next Wednesday on ABC.
I watched the first season.
Yeah, and
I enjoyed it a lot.
Nice. Well, they're gonna do a reunion of Home Improvement of sorts.
Yeah.
This season because not only obviously Tim Allen, but Patricia Richardson, Richard Karn, and Debbie Dunning are going to be making
Debbie
appearances.
Dunning, the tool girl. Yeah,
had a crush on Debbie. Dunning. And I have a crush on this guy. I mean, come on.
Who doesn't?
Man. American Pie, Dude, Where's My Car?
Role models.
All that stuff.
Road trip.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sean William Scott is on the program.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing great.
You know what? I'd mentioned at the top there, Sean, about the reunion to Home Improvement, the cast. Tell me you were a fan of that when you were younger.
Oh, yeah. Big time. But it was funny when I showed up to the table read, and you get together and you read the script for the first time. I didn't read the whole script. I just read my stuff. So, I showed up. I was like, what the? Because I saw, all the cast. I'm like, this is such a trip. And then Nancy Travis was there from Last Man Standing, of course, in all of her other movies. But it was really, really cool. It was, kind of was like, I would imagine if, I got together with all the American Pie cast years later for something. It was just fun to see all of them interact. It was really cool.
It's really cool. And the series, is just, listen, Tim Allen has a pedigree when it comes to sitcoms. He's had 3 super successful ones, including this, which is doing really well. But you've dipped your toes in, but this is your first kind of standard, 3-camera setup sitcom, is it not?
Yeah, I'd never done it before, never done, in front of a live audience. I mean, the whole thing was totally new, and I had no idea how much fun it is. It really, I get it. Like, you know, it's just, you know, yeah, the whole experience has been it's been a blessing. You know, because you just go in, you have so much fun, and also you feel out like when you deliver a line, usually in a movie, you know, you kind of drive the comedy and the timing, but here you gotta have to like wait for the audience to laugh, then figure out when to come in with the next line. No, it's just been awesome.
So you're very funny. When I first watched the show, I'm looking at everybody, and I'm looking at you, and I'm like, I know this guy, and then I'm thinking, but no, he doesn't have that many tattoos. So I have to ask you, are those tattoos yours, or are they applied?
They are mine. I was just telling Kat Dennings this yesterday when we were talking about the tattoos. I'm like, they're meaningful, but you know, I didn't really put a ton of thought into like how annoying it might be with my career.
Yeah, but it works. It works in this. Yeah, it works for this character.
Thank God. Well, that's the thing. I pitched them and said, guys, I really think this character's got tattoos. And the showrunner was like, you just don't want to come in early to have them covered up.
Totally.
Perfect. Yeah.
There was a time where that was a real negative in the world of acting until they figured out how to, you know, seamlessly work that makeup angle.
Angelina Jolie was one of the first there to do a lot of covering, but everyone is terrific in it. I'm forgetting the name of one of your co-stars who I love from Galaxy Quest, Daryl Chill.
Mitchell.
Mitchell is sensational.
He's great.
And the whole collective, the ensembles in any of these Tim Allen shows is great. Kat Dennings, as you're talking about the group. But I have to ask you, because it takes place, you know, he has this, Tim Allen has this car restoration business, this garage. Are you any bit of a gearhead because you play a mechanic?
I know nothing about cars.
Wow.
Literally nothing. Like, anytime there's any, like, car dialogue, it's so stressful for me because I can't even, like, articulate stuff. Like, last night I had a line, it's like the easiest line where I say, did you hear Dodge came out with a new V8 Hemi? I think I had to do 100 takes of it.
Wow.
No, maybe not 100, but, like, I know nothing. You know, basically when I'm supposed to be looking at the cars or doing mechanic stuff, I just sit and just put my head in, like, under the hood and just stare at like a bolt. Like, I don't know any of it.
Well, Sean, I saw an Instagram video. You guys have an automotive consultant on set, right?
Do we?
Well, maybe she's not while you guys are there, but there's a person whose job is to make sure that everybody's aware.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But also Tim. I mean, it's all of Tim's cars.
Yeah.
Tim is like I mean, that's the thing. But the thing, it's kind of stressful because all of his cars are in the show, and you can't even touch these things. Like, sometimes I just lean up against it, like, no. Like, geez, man, sorry. But Tim won't like that.
Well,
Tim knows all this stuff. Yeah, we have, I think, you're right. We do have a consultant.
Okay. Very good.
Access that.
We have to, we've been fans of Kat Dennings for a long time, and she actually came in years ago. We were at the show's been on for quite a while, and she betrayed to us as one of the big highlights because her career was just kind of kicking in, and 40-Year-Old Virgin had been out, and so on and so forth. And she listened to us all throughout her formative years. So we're thrilled that she's doing it. And this is a big departure from Two Broke Girls. But explain the conceit for people who are unfamiliar with Shifting Gears is about.
Oh man, this is a lot of pressure.
Right.
So basically, Tim Allen, he plays a guy whose wife recently passed away, and he's just trying to like navigate that. And his daughter, Kat plays, is going through divorce. He's got 2 kids, and she moves in with him, and that's basically it. It's just the two of them just trying to figure their lives out, and and Tim's got a car restoration shop where I work, and that's kind of it.
But that's all you need.
Funny stuff happens.
Yeah, it's simple, it's straight ahead, but the writing is sharp, the characters are all likable, and I was tell me if this is the case. You were kind of advised you wanted to spend some more time with your daughter. You wanted to be there for formative years, and we've always thought this: the best gig you can have, if you're looking for a little bit of stability, would be like a sitcom because it seems to have the most consistent hours.
Oh yeah, honestly, like I was just telling somebody, I was working on Righteous Gemstones last summer and having the best time. But yeah, it was like any other project, and you're away, or even if you're shooting in LA, the shortest day is 12 hours, and so when this thing came around, initially I was like, I don't know if I can. I love to improvise. I don't know if I can do creatively what I normally like to do. And my friends on Gemstones were like, you've got to do it if you want to be with your daughter. And man, they were right. And it's also so much fun. Well, yeah, I get to take my daughter to school, go and work on this amazing show, get off early, pick her up from school. I mean, it's unbelievable.
That's a win-win. Amazing. Yeah. Sean, a little while back, it may have been a month or two ago, I thought I saw something. It may have been some rumblings of chats about maybe going back to that American Pie well. I think it might have been Mena Savari. I'm not 100% sure. But I mean, is that worth going back to for somebody like yourself and taking another swing at it? I know I certainly would be interested.
I don't know if there's an appetite for it. I think we probably need to have a few more or any successful R-rated comedies before I think they would want to think about that. But I mean, if there was a great story to see that character Stifler in his 40s, like the same guy, but just not, and trying to navigate the world and just not able to figure it out, it could be really fun, but I probably don't think it's going to happen.
I mean, that's the funny thing is I knew Stiflers in high school that are Stiflers now, in their 40s. So
they have not changed.
You know what blew my mind was watching an interview with you, and you mentioned the fact that Jennifer Coolidge, obviously, has gone on to great things. You really had no screen time with her, and you were her son, ostensibly, in all those movies. You never had screen time with her.
I know, it's weird. I know, but she is crushing it, right? I mean,
totally.
It's so fun to watch her and Eugene just thriving. I mean, she's so talented. But yeah, we got to spend some time, on not actually that much time, actually. I remember it was before we shot the first American Pie, or, we got to talk and she was wonderful. But yeah, it's sad.
Yeah. Well, you are crushing it now.
I called Stifler's mom a lot.
Yeah, you are crushing it now, and we're happy that you're in a really good spot, and the show's doing well, and the second season's premiering on 8:00 on ABC. You'll be able to catch it the next day on Hulu. Sean, keep on rocking, brother. It's good to catch up with you, and
I appreciate it.
You got it anytime. Sean William Scott, everybody. Take care,
guys.
man.
Have a great day.
All right, you too. We'll see you. I wanted to ask him a couple things about American Pie, but his time was short. But a movie that I think has gotten overlooked in that group of films, because I think they made 4 of them, American Wedding, I thought was pretty damn funny.
I have to go back.
The second one is not as good as the third one.
In American Wedding, there's a lot more attention spent on Stifler's character. And there's 2 scenes that just floor me. Number one, they go to this gay bar. They're trying to find this wedding gown designer.
Right.
And he has to have a dance-off with this guy, and he kills it. Yeah. And then there's another scene that has to do with the engagement ring in a piece of dog poop.
Oh,
and he
God.
pretends like it's chocolate, and he eats it, and it's just... he cracks me up. His physical comedy is so good.
He's terrific. And he's not. So if you have not seen, we had David Wayne on, you remember, he was talking about the middle-aged jam band, and he's Wet Hot American Summer and all that. But Role Models, as he wrote and directed that, and that is now, if you've never seen that with Paul Rudd, watch that movie, because he in particular is hilarious.
Yeah, I love that movie. Preston, did you make it to the 4th season of Righteous Gemstones?
No.
Did you bailed on it?
I got to watch that one, yep.
Yeah, so he shows up in the last season, and his dad is Michael Rooker, and their dynamic, I mean, Rooker's just the worst on the planet. He ends up being the villain, and he's terrible. But their dynamic is really, really fun and funny, and he kind of plays like a straight man in Gemstones. He's surrounded by, yeah. So it was a bit of a different role for Sean William Scott, but he's great in it.
Yep, he's excellent. All right, well, we have another order of business, and that's our lesson question. We got to give away a 4-pack of tickets to Adventure Aquarium, and the question I'll ask you is this: which figure from Steve's childhood needed a hand? Told him it won't tug itself. 610-660-9333. Let's see if you heard that earlier this morning. Which figure from Steve's childhood needed a hand? 610-660-9333. Excuse me, 933 is our number. If you know the answer, call. We'll do the trash while you're calling in.
The trash business is a gold mine. 93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
All right, this morning is brought to you by Bud Light, and you can join Nick tomorrow night from 7 to 9 for the Bud Light Thursday night kickoff at the Fireside Bar and Grill. You can enter for your chance to win a pair of Eagles tickets, courtesy of Bud Light. What's going on this morning, Steve?
Well, Preston, Jordan Hudson has reportedly become a permanent fixture on the sidelines when boyfriend Bill Belichick is coaching the Tar Heels. Belichick says despite the naysayers, Hudson has a 24-year-old vagina.
Oh, my God.
After splitting with Shaun White, Nina Dobrev and Zac Efron were seen looking very friendly on a friend's yacht in Sardinia. Dobrev says Efron is giving her a shoulder to cry on and a penis to spit on.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
And finally, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez dropping the price of that joint home of theirs from $68 million to $52 million in a bid to finally sell it. Still, Affleck and Lopez are hedging their bets and have already hired a realtor from Century 22.
All right, we're looking for this answer. Which figure from Steve's childhood needed a hand? And it is Mark, who we chat with now. Mark, good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
I can't believe I got on.
You made it. Let's make you a winner. All right. From what figure from Steve's childhood needed a hand?
The bus driver.
Yeah. Nice work, Mark. You hang right there. We're going to set you up with a 4-pack of tickets to Adventure Aquarium. Discover fall's magical illumination at Fantastic Pumpkin Glow. Glittering gourds of all shapes, sizes, and species at Adventure Aquarium. You can get tickets at adventureaquarium.com.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
Brought to you by John Candy, I Like Me at the Miller Theater, one night only. Tonight, do not miss a screening of John Candy, I Like Me with Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mack live for a special Q&A. Tickets are going fast. Get yours now. Know me and Casey are going to be there. All right, so Sammy Hagar has seemingly gathered a selection of rock legends for yet another supergroup. And this time around, the lineup has something for dad rock enthusiasts of every decade. In an Instagram post shared by him, he posed alongside some other rockers and teased that the group is just getting started. So it's with him, with Chad Kroeger of Nickelback.
Nice.
And Tommy Lee, Motley Crue, of course.
That's all good.
The trio wrapping their arms around each other as the Red Rockers shared a cryptic message about their apparent collaboration. And Sammy says, what are these guys doing? Well, it's hard to say. We're just getting started, and we'll figure that out.
I saw footage. Was it Jackie Bam Bam who posted the footage? It was a Sammy Hagar performing in a concert. And how old is he? He's
77.
Oh, 77.
Wow, no kidding.
He is insanely vibrant. His voice sounds great.
He's a great singer. He really is. Lee, who is currently in the middle of a Las Vegas residency with Motley Crue, didn't say anything in the video, instead holding up a small bouquet of flowers with the camera as Hagar, who is also in the midst of a Vegas residency, shared his message with viewers. The Motley Crue drummer also remained tight-lipped on his own Instagram, opting not to share anything about this apparent collaboration with the two rockers, but another musician did. Charlie Benante of Anthrax and Pantera also appears to be in the mix, he shared on Instagram. He shared a photo with Hagar and Kroeger and seemingly revealed that the supergroup's first order of business will be a single of sorts. So we'll have to keep an eye out and an ear out for that when it arrives.
By the way, we've determined, is it Kroeger or is it, what is the proper?
Kruger?
Kruger, right?
Kruger, I don't know.
But I always said Kroeger, but we learned it was Kruger.
Yeah, I don't remember.
The hell with that.
Stick him with Kroeger.
Suck it.
So finally, Metallica and Funko Pop are collabing for the 5th time to celebrate the band's latest album, 72 Seasons, on Halloween. Fans get their hands on the complete band bundle that's part of the Pop Rocks collection, including James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, Kirk Hammett, and Robert Trujillo. The set of 4 is available through Metallica's website and Funko directly if you're interested. Short music news, but that's what we have for you today. We'll take a break. When we get back, we'll get our lesson question. We'll get to there. No, we already did the lesson question. We will get the letter of the day. And we'll remember the lesson question, and we'll wrap up the program. Stay put. We are back.
Would wear these crazy hats, and he would make ridiculous amount.
Good idea.
Hanukkah, you could dress as Jackie Mason, Preston.
Something that kind of stands out. I like that. All right, thanks, Mike.
By the way, we did a welfare check on Gary Lauer, and we never heard from him.
We never heard back.
Yeah.
You're right. We did that the other day. So, Gary Lauer, if you're listening, we just want to find out if you're okay.
Doesn't sound it.
Call us and let us know.
I had 3 testicles.
I'm going to go. Here's another interesting one. A good idea if you deliver. I'm going to go to Steve. Hi, Steve. Good morning.
Good morning. You bitches keep bothering me at work.
Well, that's what bitches do. What's up, man?
Yeah. So I deliver in Lansdale. And one is they usually give about 45 minutes to an hour to deliver, as you guys know. If I'm coming close to that, I will call the customer and let them know that I'm on my way. That's one thing that, does work. Another thing I would do is I would wear Philly shirts and Eagle shirts. That also helps.
Oh, that's nice. So support the
wearing sports shirts.
Teams,
Yeah, okay.
Right, especially during the games and Sundays. I mean, I'll bank like $200 during games and Sundays.
Now, if you pull up and there's like a Pittsburgh flag in the window, do you?
Do you keep a bunch of jerseys in your car?
Go Steelers!
That's a good idea too, man. If you see some indicators, a license plate frame, or something like
bench day, yeah.
You switch real quick. That's pretty smart, and it would be worth the investment.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, Steve.
There's a great Ben Stiller from the Ben Stiller show. There was they had a study of this guy. It's supposed to be a documentary, and he sells life insurance. This was the whole premise to people who are deadheads on tour following the dead.
All right.
And so he's dresses up. He goes, man, you got to understand, it's all going to come down at some point. And then you see him going back to his car and across the street is a concert for The Cure, and he's putting on the lipstick and he's doing the whole thing and walking across. It was great.
I love that. I wonder if I would. I kind of enjoyed being a pizza delivery guy.
You want to do it again?
I wonder if how enjoyable that would be.
We should deliver pizza to people for one night. Make that. Yeah,
we should
all of
deliver
us in a van.
Lorenzo's. We could get a semi-tractor trailer and load up with Lorenzo's and take those
take
around.
one pizza.
Yeah.
What was the name of the pizza place that you worked at?
Emos.
You worked.
Oh, you were at Emos, dude.
I didn't know you worked
did.
Emos.
Absolutely.
Do you remember the address?
No, but
Okay.
I know it was on Olive Boulevard. I could tell you exactly where it was.
Did you point Casey in the direction?
Good point, Casey, in that direction.
Because Casey
I had an
will be in
apartment
your home area. That's part of the deal.
Yep.
Is it IMO or EMO?
IMO. But there's tons of locations all over the place. So.
Conveniently located?
To me, I had an apartment right across the street from there. But it was I wasn't living in the apartment at the
There's
time.
only one on Olive Boulevard.
Really?
In University City?
No.
No, that's not it.
No.
Those guys are losers.
Anyway, that's a completely different part of town.
Those are almost.
You got to look in Chesterfield.
Chesterfield.
That's emus, EMU.
Hang on a second. I want to go to Chris. Hi, Chris. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, bitches.
What's up, bitch?
I don't have much of a voice left from the Shinedown concert last night.
Oh. Glad you had a good time.
Oh, they're amazing. All of them are awesome.
Nice.
But I was pregnant with all of my kids when I waitressed. And
all
the
at
minute
once?
Well, all at once, all 3 at once. No, 3 different times.
Okay. So you got more tips when you were pregnant?
I got more tips when I was pregnant. You would start to even arch your back, do a little waddle, like when you're bringing things out.
Playing on the sympathy.
Exactly. You work it. You carry pictures of your babies inside your little folder that you're going to write down their menu, what their order was.
Right.
A quick
Definitely.
question. When you were done having children, did you ever one evening consider stuffing a pillow under your...
Well, after all the kids, I actually didn't go back to waitressing, but I don't think I would be above that.
No,
Actually,
if it works.
now I think about that. Thank you, Chris, by the way. If you're a place that doesn't have like regulars all the time, you could put on like a fake cast or some kind of little fake injury.
Well, what's the thing that we've heard that they'll do? It's okay. I'm working on my birthday, but it's still okay. They'll mention that it's their birthday.
Yes.
Right? Isn't that a thing? Is that a go-to?
You could easily do that. Yeah,
Right.
Absolutely. All right, Casey, I got a call on line 1 here. And yep, I don't know what kind of setup we need for this, but apparently he's on the line, and I guess he's okay. It's Gary Lauer, ladies and gentlemen. Gary?
What's up, Preston? All right! How's my family? How's everybody doing, man?
He's alive. We're good. We're doing all right. We just haven't heard from you in a long time.
You know what? Absence makes the heart go fonder. That's my mom said.
Wow, that's actually right. That's correct.
Very
How
precious.
you doing, Cap? How you doing, sweetheart? How you
Good.
doing, sweet tea?
Good. How are you, Gare?
I'm good, babe. I miss you guys. I miss you terribly. I would really like to win Bill Weston's seats, man. He would love that.
Oh, my God.
he would.
Yes, he
Oh
would.
my God, I would be in a suite. Oh my God, I would have so much fun, man.
So, Gary, what's been up?
I don't care if it was Manilow.
What have you been up to?
Barry Manilow.
Oh.
No, I said I don't care if it was Manilow. Just to be in Bill Weston's suite would just blow my mind.
It's not a suite.
I don't think these are sweet.
Yeah.
It's just their tickets.
Oh, but I don't care. Give me a ticket. I'll have one for Bill.
You'll have one for
You
Bill.
remember
I'll have a cold beer for Bill.
Gary for one day worked for Bill. He was Bill's assistant.
That
Oh,
might
we
be the
got to do
greatest
it
thing
again.
we
We
ever
have,
did.
we have to do it again. An encore performance.
Bill loved that.
How's your summer been, Gary?
Everything's good in the hood here, man. I'm just dodging bullets, man. You know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, literally.
Gary.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible, man. It's terrible, bro.
Gary, where are you working these days?
What's that, bud?
Where are you working these days?
I'm not.
Oh,
not at all,
That's
huh?
cool.
I'm not right now. I'm having a hard time walking with my right leg.
What happened?
I don't know. My doctor's a quack. He took blood, like 8 tubes of blood. I don't know. He's a quack.
And then drank it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He told me.
Tubes of blood.
I don't know, man. He's a quack. I need to see another doctor.
He said I need 8 tubes of blood. Gary, you got to get that looked at by somebody who's really, a solid doctor.
Yeah, Mike. This guy should retire. He needs to see a doctor. This guy. He's like 80 years old. Don't they have to retire at a certain age, doctor?
I think it's probably wise when you lose the ability to walk or have vision or.
Well,
that's on my to-do list right now. I got to get myself back together, and then I'm job hunting.
do me a favor. Describe what's wrong with your leg.
You know what a Charlie horse is, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no sooner I walk from here to 7-Eleven, then I should get my beer, and I can't even walk back. I have this Charlie horse. It just goes all the way up my leg.
Yeah.
Sounds like
It's
sciatica.
very, very painful. And I mean, muscle relaxers, I would love to have one of them. But,
No, you don't want that.
No.
It doesn't go well with your beer.
Yeah.
well, I drink that every day.
Yeah, doctor's orders.
Exactly.
How are you doing, Nick? And how's your son doing? Ben?
yeah, doing great. Thanks, Gary. Appreciate it.
No, you're a good guy. Everybody's there. He's a good guy. Casey's a great father, great dad. Preston, you're a great dad, a great father.
Ah,
Well,
that's so
thank you.
nice.
Thank you, Gary.
Steve Morrison, Shotgun Steve Morrison, you're an excellent husband and a great dad to them dogs and cats.
Thank you. Am I shotgun?
Yeah, you're Shotgun.
yeah.
You're so
Shotgun.
bad. That's why I said Shotgun Steve
It's
Morrison.
been so long, I forgot my name.
Who's the oil can?
Me.
Oh, that's
Casey.
oil can Foster.
Oil can Foster.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Remember
we used to
Foster
drink
came in
the-
the oil can?
And I'm just.
Foster oil cans we used to drink.
Oh, that's what that's.
How you doing, Case? How's your family, bud?
Everybody's good, man. Yeah, I was just worried about you. You didn't check in last week, so we got a little bit of
in a
concern.
while, man. I only call Pierre Robert once in a while, and I wish him a good day and tell him I love him. And it's cake.
So what kind of job are you looking for?
I want to
Gary?
work. I want to work back in the kitchen again. I can run a kitchen and morning manage. It's what I do, man.
Okay, so you've worked
I like
the
to-
breakfast shift at a restaurant.
I like to open up in the morning so I get everything ready for lunch and
All right.
and prep and get it all ready for dinner, and I'm out. I do a hard 8 hours and I leave. I worked 8. I'm a ball player. I come to work for 8 innings, man. I go in there and knock it out, man.
All right.
All
Well,
8 innings.
listen. If
All
anyone,
All 8 innings.
You can help me up, man.
well, you get one off for good behavior.
I have a great resume. I have a good resume, man. If you're going to help me up, get a kitchen job, working in the kitchen.
Well, you got to
again.
fix your leg. Make sure you're drinking enough water, Gary.
She's right. Kathy's right.
I drink plenty of water, plenty of milk, plenty of...
Papa. It's Papa Roach, 93.3 WMMR, and Brain Dead. 10:37. Today is Wednesday, coming to a close for our little old radio program, but today has been fun, so thank you for being a part of it. I would like to thank one Mr. Sean William Scott.
Yeah.
Stifler himself on the show just a little while ago, and he's on promoting Shifting Gears Season 2. It's on tonight. Kat Dennings, Philly Gal.
It's wonderful.
Is obviously on that show, and he's great. So it was fun talking to him. Thank you to Mike and Alex from Fox Good Day, a little chat we had earlier today, and thank you for your contributions. As well on the program, Ryan Shuttleworth has made his way into the studio.
What's up, War Child?
How you doing, man?
I'm great.
I forgot about that.
Well, it's plastered everywhere, so it's kind of hard to forget. But
yeah, Marissa made a logo.
It's so great
with the War Child and Steve show. So yeah,
it's so good.
I mean, yeah.
Really quick before I forget, we just played Papa Roach. Pierre presents Papa Roach. We had an acoustic session with those guys a couple weeks ago. That would be airing sometime next week.
Okay.
I think later on in the week. So keep an ear out for those.
Excellent.
Details.
We heard it was a wonderful.
Yeah, I just got a mix of the songs, and they are remarkable. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Good.
Looking forward to that for sure. All right, we need a letter of the day if you're ready, my man.
I can oblige.
Here we go.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Now, the Daily Letter.
The Preston and Steve show is brought to you today by the letter
N as in nasty.
All right, and we have 2 more to go, and then we're done. And we'll give away the $500 gift card to the Jug Handle Land Route 73 in Cinnaminson, New Jersey. It is all about good times, amazing food. Stop by today and catch all the games at the Jug, and you can enjoy their famous award-winning wings with monster burger, salads, nachos, and so much more. And you can order online at thejughandleinn.com. Today is the one day you're filling in this week, right?
Correctamundo, yes.
All right, and what's up on the program?
Lots of fun. Maybe we'll watch Point Break together at some point. That'd be good. So workforce blocks. Marky Ramone's actually going to be playing at Ardmore Music Hall tonight, so we'll get a block of Ramones in there. Nevermind from Nirvana was released on this day, so a block of those tunes and a block of Muse to round things out. Plus, I want to get to an early concert warm-up. A great band by the name of Sleep Token taking the stage at Xfinity Mobile Arena tonight. So we'll get you a little early concert warm-up. Really, really fun band, up and coming, and
cool.
Really excited for the show.
Excellent. All right, we'll have a good time today with Ryan Shuttleworth. I want to thank our sponsors. Preston and Steve Show is brought to you today by Acme Markets, fresh foods, local flavors, also Duncan. The Preston and Steve Show runs on Duncan and Pella Windows and Doors. Save now with 0% APR for 24 months. PellaPhilly.com. Tomorrow's program will include many things, one of them being Mr. Kevin Nealon for a return visit to our studio. We've had many encounters with him. He's just the best, so we'll spend some time talking to Kevin tomorrow and see what else we can get into. That's it. We're done. Rage on. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.